All right, here we are again. Intro has played. We will wait just a couple of minutes, and then we will get started. And shortly after that, we will get finished with the Dark Rift. We are not finished yet. We have quite a ways to go with the game, but we can at the very least finish this area. Do things a little at a time here. So. That's the plan anyway. Excuse me. Okay, actually before I take a drink, I'm going to quickly blow my nose real quick, and then we'll be good to go. Okay. There we go. Take a drink. Thirstier than usual today. But that's no surprise, given that I ate a burger and fries for lunch. Alright, let's get started. So the tree pollen has started to fall in real life. It's like a month early. I do understand. It's because fucking global warming shit, and also that we had a bad rainstorm yesterday that probably caused it to fall earlier than usual. So I'm miserable because sniffling all over the place, and pollen allergies are the worst, and that means that this is the trigger to signal for the next 3 weeks I'll be having some trouble with that. Add that to the fact that I'm pretty sure the sub place we went to yesterday was trying to kill me. Something in that chicken finger sub was fucking foul. I don't know what it was, but it was not good at all, and I paid for it dearly. You'd think the universe was just shitting on me for the past day or so. Well, joke's on them. I live in the United States. I get that stuff daily. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Skies of Arcadia Legends, the Stream Edition. Did I equip Vice with the Ancient Bracer? I did re-equip him with that. I was double-checking on something, actually, in between episodes, because I came to the realization that we might be a little short on discoveries. By the time we're done getting the Blue Moon Crystal, I need to have a total of 30. And if I remember correctly, I have I want to say 23 right now. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Yep, 23 so far total. We'll be getting a little injection of them in Yafutoma when we get there, but we're going to need to find a couple in order to get up to the 30 that we need. I specifically want to have them because there's a spot we can go once we finish up in Yafutama that is, it's a little out of the way, but it's worth it because you can get a crew member and you can get a cham out of it. So we're going to try to go and grab both of those. But first we have to get out of the Dark Rift and into Yafutoma. And before we do that, there's this big bulb-looking thing with a mouth in our way. So let's see what he's all about, shall we? Sorry, tree pollen in my mouth. Fair question. It seems to be using that vortex as a house. Yeah. Probably not, no. And knowing our luck, the way out is right behind it, so that's going to be just great. Okay, so how do we want to do this? We can potentially get the Moonstone Cannon on the next turn. So I'm definitely going to want to, like, Opal Wax and Gear Grease this turn. So I think I will do that. I actually thought about it since the last time. Like, I double-checked on some of the stats that you might want to know for the game, and yeah, as it turns out, Eika is, in fact, the best person to shoot some of the secondary cannons and the torpedoes with, rather than guarding, because she has the highest Agile stat. And I was completely wrong about the Agile stat. It doesn't determine turn order, that's the quick stat, it just determines your critical hit rate, and Eika has the highest critical hit rate of anybody, so she's actually the best one to fire this off with, so we're going to have her fire it off. And we'll have Vice do the Opal Waxing, we'll Gear Grease with everybody else, and then we will go from there. So the trick to this guy is that he likes to retreat into the vortex every now and then, as you can see there. He's retreating into the vortex, and basically what that will do is certain turns, he won't take any damage when he's in there if you try to shoot him with traditional shots. So, because of that, we're going to boost ourselves up and then try to slam him with as much damage as we can on specific turns. So, like where I know he'll be out of the vortex, basically. So that's why we're gear greasing so hard in this first couple of rounds here. Because I don't know when he's going to be in there. I know he's prepping an attack right now, but I'm not even worried about it, whatever. It's fine. Alright, well, we'll get a little damage off from there. That's not the main thing that we want to make sure we do in this particular fight. I'll demonstrate the main thing we want to do in this fight, besides use the Moonstone Cannon on the next round, so... Yeah, see, I didn't even have to guard that. It's a little damage, but hey, whatever, I can heal that off later. Oh, you know what? I forgot to actually do something to show a little hint as to what you're supposed to do here. I'll tell you what you're supposed to do here. You're supposed to stay put and keep shooting. The reason why you're supposed to do this, if I had gone to the bridge, which you can go to the bridge of the Delphinus while you're in here, you would have noticed that all of the windows on the bridge are actually closed. Possibly because of the debris, I would imagine, in the Dark Rift, but basically, we are having some trouble shooting here because we can't see everything as well as we normally can in here. So if you pull back a little, you will lose him. So stay put and keep shooting. And Eika even tells you this if you pick that. She'll say, yeah, if we move around too much, it's so dark, we might lose sight of our target. So that's how you get the Moonstone Cannon to fire off. We have plenty of SP to do that. And so we will do that. Why don't you shoot the torpedo? And then Fina, I'm going to have you use Pyrum over here. There's a very specific reason why we want to use Pyrum here, and I guess I can kind of explain because there is some logic to it. So you have a situation where someone is inside of their hidey hole, their house, their whatever, and you want them to not be in that hidey hole or that house anymore. So how do you get them out of that house? Well, you have to smoke them out. So in this particular example, you're going to want to smoke them out by, well, shooting them with fire, because if you shoot them with fire, it'll get them out of their house. So, yeah, that's how we're going to do that. And actually, I might have Eika do the Pyrum. And I might have Fina do the Pyrez, because then I can have Enrique do the torpedo there. And we'll use quite a bit of our SP, but that's okay. We just want to get some damage off on Anguilla here. I always get this thing and the Auriga mixed up on the FAQs for the bosses in this game because they're both start with A and they're both words that vaguely look the same, so I don't know. Maybe I'm just dumb. I'm about to render this thing dumb, though, by blowing a hole in its non-existent chest. I was going to say chest, but I guess thorax would probably be a little bit more effective. Actually, hit that straight in the mouth. Good lord, man. I missed our torpedoes, but that's unfortunate. But okay, not a huge deal. We'll be able to solve our accuracy issues with torpedoes pretty soon, by the way. So, oh, it was guarding. Well, that's why that did so little. That's okay. But yeah, we'll be able to solve our torpedo accuracy issues a little later. The, whatchamacallit, we won't be able to solve the problem with our secondary and primary cannon accuracy just yet, but we'll be able to fix the rest later. Okay, so you see how he dodged the one Pyrez there? It was because on the third turn he retreated into the vortex. But if we use Pyrum here, I believe that should trigger the next effect there. It also did a decent chunk of damage to him. Not great, but enough to hopefully trigger the next effect here. Let's see. Yep, there you go. So if you smoke him out by using a fire spell on him, he'll actually come out of the vortex and he's a lot easier to hit. Basically, yeah, it forced him out here, so now he's easier to hit and he won't retreat into the vortex every time. And now we should be able to deal some decent damage to him this turn. So that's what we'll do. I'm going to need some wax, so we're going to want to do that. I also need to do a couple of Pyrums, I think. This probably will go into the next round, unfortunately, because he guarded the Moonstone Cannon turn. So, excuse me, I might use Marco this turn. Let's see, what would that leave me with? One Pyrum? I don't know if I want to do that. I do want to use one more Gear Grease. I know I want to use Aka and Fina's turns to use Pyrum, so I think I'll do that. Let me use another Opowax, actually. And then we'll do some Pyruming, like here, and here. And then we'll Gear Grease up for the remainder. Do I need to Opowax for that, though? I mean, I guess I don't have anything better to do with it, so that's fine. I'll just do that. Not a big deal. But yeah, now we can kind of keep him out in the open for a couple of turns while he hangs around. So. And to be fair, the Opowax will keep us a little bit safer when he attacks us, so I guess it's not a huge deal. But yeah, Pyrum will do a decent chunk of damage to him. It does quite a bit by comparison to most stuff, so. Trying to take a bite out of my ship, that's no good. Even though it looks like he retreats into the wall there, if he's out, he's out. Like, he won't go back in as far as I'm aware. At least not for a couple of turns. And by then, well, we should have him, so he's actually almost dead right now. So we'll fix that in a minute. Just fire on him next turn. I wonder if there's going to be Gear Grease available to buy when we get to Yafutama. I actually don't know. I don't remember what's at the shop there. A lot of the stuff that happens in Yafutama, at least for me, is kind of a big blank, to be honest. So, okay, so there we go. He retreats in. And, yeah, I think I want to stay put. Even though we might take a little damage, but that's okay because I'm not really worried about the damage part. I'm more worried about actually killing him, so let's see if we can do that, shall we? Oh yeah, and I found out that I actually looked as well. The 12-inch cannon isn't quite as good as the 10-inch cannon coil. It's a little bit better, so just have to keep that in mind. Vice, you've got Pyrum. Why don't you just shoot that at him, because what the hell, right? Why don't we just have everybody throw some fireballs at him? No warning shots, just fireballs. And then, I don't know, just use the advanced cannon. One of these should hit. So. Especially since I don't think he'll be retreating into the vortex now because he just attacked. No, there he goes. Okay, well, that's okay. Because he'll be back out. Eventually, he'll be back out. Yeah, that's not really going to help you in there, but okay. There you go. Show your face so I can blow it up. Nice. That will work. So yeah, not too bad, that one. It can be a little annoying because he keeps dodging your attacks, but yeah, he's not too bad. Just all you gotta remember is don't try to get away from him and use fire, and he'll be good. So, got a little extra spirit there. We also got a timing valve, a heavy torpedo, and a concussion bomb. Not bad. I think I'm eventually going to have a setup for the Delphinus where I have 2 torpedoes, but I don't think that's something I'm going to want to do just yet because it's not really necessary for right now, especially since torpedoes aren't really very good at the moment. They don't quite get the job done when it comes to being able to hit effectively. So we'll work on that later. Magic droplets. Why don't we use a few of these for Vice and for Fina? I'm not going to use them for Aka because she can just use the their Epsilon mirror the next available time. So we'll just do that. All right, but time to get out of the Dark Rift. Finally, this place has been enough of a maze, enough of a thorn in my side. So let's get out of here. Okay, well, it's not the smoking room again. It's looks significantly cleaner in here, probably just because of the blue look rather than the hazy look. But let's head on out, shall we? Did we make it? Well, this looks vaguely similar to Esperanza, but yeah, we made it through the rift, so we can even look at the map and we'll be able to see it. So we sure are. Let's just hope that that history doesn't end up being bad for us. I think I might follow the Dark Rift up a little bit this way, because I think if I remember right, there's a discovery like somewhere in here, so we'll go take a look. It's actually, I think it's by these rocks. Yeah, it's by one of these rocks here. So let's take a look around. It's on one of these flat ones, if I remember right. Maybe this one? Well, we'll get to see what new enemies await us around here. They might still be the old enemies because this is technically still the Dark Rift vicinity, so I don't know if those are the... let's see. Ghosts. Gross. Yeah, so I don't know if these are... I don't think these are new. Well, they are new, but I think they're from the Dark Rift table of enemies, is what I really meant to say, I guess. I don't think they have too much HP, though, so we should be able to take them out pretty quickly. They might be able to use, like, Eternas or something, though, because these guys sometimes have that, so... I'm just gonna Delta Shield in case. I'll Epsilon Mirror next turn and hope that I get a high roll on speed. Oh, Noxus. Okay, well... That's not really that annoying. So. Bonk. Oh wow, you guys get one-shotted by Fina. That is sad. With her physical attack. Okay, so Vice, why don't you help us out? Aka, let's get your MP back, and then everybody go in. Mana battery. And goodbye. Even with the guard, if Vice is the one hitting you, I mean, we were all ganging up on you, so it wouldn't have mattered. But yeah, no problems there. But yeah, like I said inside the rift, we're gonna want to look for some discoveries for a little bit because. We're a little behind on them, but we'll get a little infusion here or there. Yep, here's one. Oh god, I'm gonna butcher the hell out of that. The Ugu Isu's nest? Remember, we're in Japan in the sky, so we have to pronounce it in like a vaguely Japanese way, and I believe that's how you would say that. So the Ugu Isu's nest. Although this bird builds its nests in rock faces, for some reason they always travel northwards to human civilizations to raise their young. That is why sailors have learned to recognize these nests as signs that a human city is nearby. And this is actually an important one because this tells you where Yafutoma is from here. If you go north, because the birds go north, then you'll find Yafutoma. So let's go north. And then we'll find Yafutoma after we run through all these enemies. Excuse me. By the way, I'm working on Yellow Element for right now, but Yellow Element isn't actually, strictly speaking, better at the moment than like anything in particular. Like it's good, but it's not going to be like against blue elemental enemies. It's not going to be something that we're going to want to keep using because it's I believe this is one of the only JRPGs that I'm aware of where electricity is not very effective against the water element monsters, mostly because in this case it's water and wind, so it's almost like storm elemental in and of itself. So yeah, we're gonna want to switch it up, but I do want to try to get a couple of electrical spells. Basically, I want to try to get up to Drillnos for Fina. Because I'll be able to use Drillnos in one of the ship battles later on to pretty good effect. So yeah, believe it or not, buffs and debuffs actually work pretty good in ship battles. I can think of 2 very specific instances where that's the case, and we'll be using both of them. So got 7 more quick. That'll work, Eika. That'll work. Let's take a look at our map real quick. But yeah, if we head up north this way, we should eventually find Yafutoma. So let's do that, shall we? And I believe the next couple of discoveries in the area are pretty easy to get. Actually, before we go too far, before I forget, because I almost just did forget, we want to re-equip those Ducat's tunics, because they're going to come in handy in the next boss fight, so coming up in a few minutes. Let's see. You've still got it, because it's the best thing you've got for right now. And Enrique. There you go. Alright. I think the Dream Cutlass also gives Vice 20% resistance to blue, so he now has 40% resistance to it, so it should put him in pretty good shape. Speaking of being in pretty good shape, the title that we have right now, I think we got it last time, but I didn't mention it. The title is Vice the Daring. You want to try to have this level, this title here, by the time you get to Yafutoma. So we've been making the right decisions to get it by this point, because after you get the Blue Moon Crystal from Yafutoma, I think, I'm not 100% sure about this, but I think there is a very small window where you can recruit a crew member who needs your swashbuckler rating to be daring or better. And there's a very small window where you can recruit them before things go south. And I'll talk about what those things going south are when they go south. But until then, just know that we want to try to... I think we'll be able to use that small window that I was talking about, so we'll see. I mean, it's pretty calm out here, at least from what I've seen, so... What could it be that they hear? Now, that's interesting. What do you suppose that is off on the horizon there? Kind of hard to see, but it almost looks like a wall? Yeah. Oh, crafty. They're using the stone reef as a means of cover to try to ambush us. That is an interesting looking ship. Looks like the dueling dragons from Universal Studios. And they're firing on us. That's not very nice. So much for the welcoming committee. I was hoping that we could avoid this, but apparently that's not going to happen, is it? Alright, let's blast them out of the sky. So yeah, you get out of the Dark Rift with a ship battle, and they immediately throw another one at you. They're, like I said, they're trying to make sure you can break in the Delphinus a little bit, so they're giving you plenty of opportunities to do that, so... Oh, you can fly at high altitudes, huh? That's interesting. I wonder what they mean by that. Well, all I know right now is that we're going to want to try to get some Appa Wax and stuff like that going. I might use that concussion bomb as well. It's probably not a bad idea. Let's see here. So, cannon coil. Can I get it to hit this turn? That would be really nice if I could do that. I might do that and then double gear grease to try to make sure I have enough for the moonstone cannon. I should, after all of that. Basically, you want to try to use your C-turns specifically to fight this guy because, like they said, they can go to high altitudes and avoid our attacks. So the C-turns are where you get your damage mostly because they're all the way up there. So try to explicitly use the moonstone cannon and use your C-turns to get your damage here. Don't really... It's probably not really worth it to attack any other time. So, yeah. You know, I might buy up to 30 gear grease. I use that quite a lot in ship battles, so maybe it'd be worth it to grab it. Oh, webless. Okay. Well, this is the Tenko spell ship, so they will be using a few spells on us. Okay, well, we got a little chip off. That's not bad. Of course, I was going to say, no, they got to be guarding, right, for that kind of damage, but yeah. Of course, they're guarding on the chance turn or on the crit turn. Why wouldn't they be? Oh boy. Anyway. Crystalline, huh? Okay. Well, got a few little tricks up their sleeves, apparently. Yeah, so we'll have to take our opportunities where we can get them. And yeah, firing torpedoes, it will hit them, but I don't think they have particularly better accuracy than any other time. So, oh, I didn't get the moonstone cannon this time. Okay, that sucks. Well, since that's the case, let's try to get some damage off where we can, and we'll take Aka's advice and have her... Actually, we won't have her fire the torpedoes. She's on the cannon coil, so... let's see here. Maybe we could have her shoot off one of these or something. Like a drone, maybe? Nah, if I'm going to drone, I should probably drone, like, on the turn, on Fina's turn, so... Because that might work okay against them. If that's the case, why don't we... Should I use any of these guys? No, I don't think that's necessary. Why don't you just do a Sacred's, like, heat? No, I'll use a deluxe kit, actually. Do it here. And then, Fina? I'm going to have you do Drilln. Still Drilln, or should I just use Electrum? Actually, Electrum probably won't work too well because they're probably a blue ship. So, but Noxus won't work either, and neither will Pyrum. I guess Crystalline would do decently. So, let's give that a shot. And then, or no, actually, let's give that a shot after the cannons and stuff and let Enrique fire a torpedo. See if we can hit them on this turn with all of our firepower. Yeah, this battle can be a little annoying just because they dodge pretty well, because they go up in the air a little bit. They don't really do much damage, though, if I'm honest, so... And especially when we do that and blow them out of the sky, that definitely won't make them do much damage, so... That'll work. And yeah, because we had Osmond equipped, we got a Crystal Ball, and we got a Pyro Bomb. I guess that would have been better when we were fighting Anguilla, and I think we could have bought a couple of them too, but I didn't think about it until after. Oh well. Can always sell it, you know. I don't really use bombs very often. I probably should, because they don't cost any SP, but... Ah, their flagship, the Yin Yang. Well, that makes sense. It's dueling dragons. Okay. It's two boats with a bridge in the middle. We'll build a bridge out of her. They're gonna board us? Boy, that's bold of them. Alright. Well, unfortunately, the Delphinus doesn't have a save point, so we won't be able to save before this battle, but I can check on my good luck charm. How you doing, pal? Good boy. You keep an eye on the bridge, huh? Let's head outside and see what we can do. Should I check? I don't think we need to heal. I think I might be missing like an MP or two, yeah. I guess I could heal the Delphinus, that's fine. I'll do it with Fina, it's fine, no big deal. There we go. And more droplets. We're almost through our droplet supply, so that's actually kind of nice. It'll be nice to have them out of my inventory so I can just keep the dew. Because the dew heals for a lot more MP, that's for sure. Alright. Well, let's head outside and see who's waiting for us. Alright, so, the commanders in Yafutoma. Who could they be? And where are they? How did you guys get up there so fast? We just came down here. So that's Jiao and Mao. Okay, makes sense. That's your mission? Why would you board us? Like, you don't even know that we have swords. Why would you... Okay, sure. Don't know about that one. So listen, we didn't attack you. We came out of the Dark Rift hoping to come here and be, you know, not lambasted by your forces, and then you tried to ambush us on the way out of the rift with your ships, and then you board us and tell us you're going to kill us? That's not very welcoming of you, neighbors. How about we kick your ass? Hey, Marie, how's it going? Welcome back. Finally off work. Everything about this company has been 1 out of 10 so far. Fantastic. Love that. That's just great. Oh, boy. Better start looking again. Better get the applications ready again. Sorry to hear it. Yeah, Para and Docs, indeed. Yeah, the guys that made... Are those the guys from Yu-Gi-Oh? The ones that made Gate Guardian? If I remember right. Vice, that's not very good advice. Vigoro was unarmed, and look what he did to us. Tried to kill Eiko with pedophilia. Let's hope these guys don't have the same arsenal available. No, but they're not too hard. They just, they're both blue element, if I remember right, so they can hit a little hard, but since we have Decat's Tunics and Justice Shield, it should be fine. We could even use Skull Shield if we wanted to, but I think I'm just going to go all in. Not this turn, though, because I need to get some SP first. So, it was those two? Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Let's see, how about some Glyphs of Might? That seems like a good idea. We'll give that to Vice. You know, we got that Eternum box. I'm gonna try using it. What the hell, right? It can't hurt. I mean, it'll hurt them a hell of a lot more than it's gonna hurt me, but yeah, it can't hurt us too badly. Alright, Justice Shield a go-go.
May righteousness be our shield. Shield of justice.
I will show that once per episode to show why I'm always skipping it. Because it's way too fucking loud. Juniper's trying to steal you by going live. You want to watch her stream, but you want to watch mine more. Well, I'll leave that up to you. It's... I mean... It just depends on what you feel like watching at the moment. It broke after 1. That's just great. Well, if he's not immune to instant death, which I think he is, yeah, his HP would have gone all the way down if he was, if he had been hit by the instant death, so... Alright, well, anyway, now that that's out of the way, let's start Cutlass Furying, and we'll just take them down one at a time, no big deal. I'm gonna have Eika just focus and Fina just focus, because why not? I mean, I guess I could, like, try Noxusing them, but then I won't have enough to Justice Shield, so I guess not this turn. So. You also need to go to Target. Doubt they'll have more training than tomorrow, yeah. I mean, it's probably... Hopefully you can get all your errands done in between all the, you know, all the other stuff, because I understand the feeling sometimes of not having enough time to get your errands and stuff done. So, shows that you don't submit to VTubers going live. Yeah, well, like I said, I mean, it's up to you, whatever you feel like watching at the moment. I'm not gonna stress about it. I'll be here, so no big deal to me. I like these streams more than VTubers, even though a lot of them have fantastic personalities. Well, I appreciate that, because that's a pretty large compliment. So, at least I think it is, anyway. Irnagun, and then the other guy had, like, Tadamori Moto or something. Nice shurikens, bro. These are all physical attacks, by the way, so Justice Shield will block all of them. So, yeah. It'll work out okay for us. We'll probably throw a Sacrum Crystal next turn, maybe. But, yeah, we should have What's-His-Face down in a minute. Might even use Rain of Swords, actually. So, because that should do decently for us. Let's see. HP-wise, it's really just Enrique, I guess. I'll use a Sacred's Crystal, that's fine. We'll let him do some Shield of Justice, and that should be good. Yeah, just focus Fina. See, the problem with Fina is that she gets her SP, like her max SP, the latest out of every character in the game, so her focuses aren't really all that good, but oftentimes she's the only one you have left to focus, so, yeah, well, whatever. Again, not very welcoming of you to be suddenly walking onto my ship and just telling me I'm going to die. Like, come on now. The training's been all day, so you're in training for as long as kids are in school. You hate it so much. Yeah, I can understand why that would be very annoying. Goodbye, Zhao. Because that's no good. For sure.
Let's try this.
But yeah, if you didn't have the Ducats tunics and you weren't using Justice Shield, they could do like upwards of 2,000 damage to you at this point, and that's a lot. I mean, it's all single target, sure, but it's still a lot, so... Yeah, might as well use the Ducats tunics while you've got them, you know. I think we just attack, honestly. I think between attacks, Justice Shield, and Cutlass Fury, I think we should be able to finish this turn. I'm still going to Justice Shield, though, just because he probably might will go first before Fina. So, Ache is probably faster, but... Excuse me. Nice quick kick. I like their karate styles. Alright, got him. Nice work, everybody. That went very smoothly. Let's hope the next boss goes that smoothly, because the next boss is, it's a little annoying. We'll get there, but it's a little annoying. Also, this will give Enrique a chance to maybe get a little bit more green magic, so that's nice. He hasn't really gotten too much of that, so... Yeah, he's close. Vice might get Noxus pretty soon. And there's our 4th Moonberry, so you know what time it is. Time to get Vice's capstone move. You thought they'd have more since they threatened to kill us. Yeah, they didn't have much in the tank, considering. That's actually a problem that you're going to start to notice a lot in this game, is that a lot of the bosses just don't have enough HP to really make good on their threats. Like, even the final boss has, like... I think they only have like 25,000 HP, if I remember right, the final boss, so it's really not that substantial. Then again, we found out what happens when they give them more HP. That's just all of the Legends bosses, so they just turn into bullet sponges. I mean, they could have hit a happy medium where they didn't give them like 60,000 fucking HP or something, but like, no, they couldn't hit the happy medium. Your hair's looking a little out of place there, Mao. You might want to fix that. While you were... Okay. Bye. Just jump straight off my ship into Deep Sky. No, they jumped back onto their ship. Because, of course, they did. I can see that, but... I mean, we kicked your ass, so does that mean we rule the skies now? Okay, bye. We must go. Our people need us. Yeah, like they said coming out of the rift. Yafutomen's ships can fly really high because, well, yeah, they've got access to wind and water, so they can quite literally control the air with their ships. So, I wonder if that's going to come in handy for us later. Let's hope that the king and everybody are welcoming enough to maybe give us access to their technology. Anyway, let's head for Yafutoma now. Gonna grab something frozen from Target. Alright, sounds like a plan, Marie. We'll see you in a little bit. So, let's see here. Map-wise, I think we need to move a little east, actually, but I think once we see the walls that were in that cutscene, that's pretty much where we'll know we're in the right place, so... Alright, and since we actually have those 4 Moonberries now, let's go over to Vice, and, yeah, here we go. It's available. 21 SP, but it sure as hell is worth it. Let's grab Pirate's Wrath. Nice. So yeah, Vice is all done with Moonberries. Honestly, the only other Moonberry skill that I really want to get by the end game is Fina's Lunar Cleansing, which is her next super move. Once we get that, I mean, that's only 2 more Moonberries, but once we get that, I really don't need any of the other ones. The 4th move for Fina is kind of nice as well, but it's not really strictly necessary. So... Oop. Hello, I lined that up perfectly. This is an invisible discovery. Spice Island, cool. Alright, let's take a look. A small remote island where a pure spring nurtures a wide variety of herbs and spices. The water in the spring has medicinal value due to the abundant herbs nearby. Perhaps this beautiful garden is the true Fountain of Youth. Interesting. This one trips up speedrunners all the fucking time, by the way, because it's right after the Zhao and Mao fight, but it's kind of like a small area where you can activate it. Like, it's only when you're in vicinity of the island itself, and it's a small target. So, I know for a fact that it has tripped up more than a couple of speedrunners, and it's cost them precious seconds on their time. And, well, when you're speedrunning, that you can't afford that, you know? So... yeah, see, we're barely inside of the targeting reticle for it, so... It's cool, though, because that adds to our discovery total, so now we're at, like, 25. We'll get 2 more, hell, 3 more in Yafutoma, so we'll be in good shape there. Must be a fancy place, then, yeah. Treasure Island for the spice trade. The people of the West are going to really like this place if we manage to get them here. Yeah, probably not. It is a natural environment, so... Also a good point, yeah. You just like taking shit, Aka. Okay, fine. We'll just get a souvenir. And we'll get the spice kale for getting there. I think that's a part of the Cabal Skewers side quest. I've never done it, so I don't even know what the details are of it, but I'm pretty sure there is a side quest involving that and the Cabal Skewers, so... Ah, here we go. But yeah, to get to Yafutoma, just look for the walls. So... and you'll automatically discover Yafutoma, so that brings us to 26. See what I said about how there's going to be a whole bunch of discoveries that we'll be able to get here, so that'll help quite a bit. Let's read about Yafutoma. Ancient legends speak of Yafutoma as a mythical land to the east, covered in gold and populated by a proud, polite people. Cut off from the world by its dangerous currents, it has... the Dark Rift's dangerous currents, I added an "it's" there. It has developed a distinctive culture, first discovered by Vice, the Blue Rogue. Cool. And also, I think, if I remember right, you can also get these walls as a discovery, but I don't remember where the target point is for it, so... Fuck, why is it over 90 degrees outside? Yeah, it's been quite warm for, like, the past few days. It's, I'm actually a little concerned about my dog, to be honest, because he... See, the problem right now is that he's a senior dog, so he can't really get up the stairs very well, and he's having a hard time out there. We have to keep going out and getting him, like, wetting him with cold water to make sure he's okay for the day. So, excuse me. I mean, we can just Pyras these guys, and then just try to attack the Go-Looper. Yeah, these are the blue elemental loopers, so they've got the same dodge percentage as always, and a million billion magic defense, so... you'll face the same problems with them that you faced with all the others. Oh, good. 2 of the Growths are guarding. Well, let's see if we can get rid of the Go-Looper, and then we can take care of the stragglers. Slippera! Fantastic. That should be fun. Okay, well, got Vice, but Fina and Enrique might be able to do something. Oh, nice, a crit. That'll work. Good job, Enrique. Get rid of that Go-Looper, get us some extra EXP. Bonk him on the head. There you go. Alright, well, our 2 fastest characters are a little out of commission, so hopefully we can get this gross before he does anything gross. Yeah, there we go. Good work. We'll keep green on just so that Enrique and Vice can get whatever they've got brewing up in the background there. Let's see, Enrique got his. That is Noxus. Okay, I mean, we don't really need it, but it's there. So, alright, where's the discovery point for these walls? So I'm fairly certain it's like any of the walls. Maybe it's these walls specifically over here. I'm just gonna go along them until it activates. Maybe it's not these ones specifically. Maybe there's ones that are further out, because we haven't seen that gate yet, so I guess we can go take a look. I don't mind getting a little extra EXP. Yeah, I mean, I guess whatever, it's fine. Just let Aka do her thing. I could Delta Shield even, but I mean, I'll probably just kill them with Pyriz anyway, so what do I care? We just gotta keep cranking Aka's quick up so that she's faster than pretty much everything alive. And then we'll be in good shape. Even if she isn't the most powerful mage, she'll still get quite a bit of damage off. Nice bonk.
That was easy.
I didn't unequip those Ducats tunics, did I? Actually, it might be worth it to leave them because I think the next boss is also blue element, so it might be worth it to keep it on just for now. I'm going to check out here because this might be part of the wall that I was talking about right here. Or this is just another discovery. Nope. Perhaps? Perhaps this one. Here we go. Yeah, there it is. Okay, yeah, so you had to come all the way to the outside here where the Guardian walls are to get that discovery. So, there you go. A massive fortress built by an ancient Yafutoman king. Rather than as a form of defense, the walls were said to have been built so that lookouts could spot enemy ships before they got too close to the city they were trying to defend. Yeah, that makes sense. So, very practical use. What do you suppose those were? Probably the Romuhai fish that I was talking about keeping. We'll actually get the crew member that you can use those for pretty soon here. I gotta sell that Chalice of Blood. I believe that's just, yeah, the Zivil and Bane item, so it's just a sellable. Yep, those Romuhai fish were, in fact, the ones I was talking about. By the way, there's a title that you can get in the game for doing a bunch of fishing, and by a bunch of fishing, I mean just running into fish out in the overworld, but I think it's some ridiculously exorbitant amount of fish, like, I don't know, I want to say something like 1,000 fish or something like that you have to catch, so, and you'd catch them one at a time. It's not exactly the most, the simplest thing to do, that's for sure. Well, kind of similar to how you stay in the air with your ships with moonstones. So. Oh, well, the feeling's mutual. You're the first Easterners we've seen. Alright, so here's Yafutoma, but before we go inside, there's one more thing I want to go grab. I think it's over here. It's another discovery. I think it's on this rock here, but I'm not 100% sure. Well, we'll find out soon enough. Alright, so the target, the Jellicra. And then just a Pyriz a go-go. And, you know what? I'll even use Crystallis. Why not? It should do okay. Actually, blue elemental enemies are, in fact, weaker to purple element than normal. Basically, green and purple are the two things that blue elemental enemies are weaker to. So.
Give me strength.
And as it turns out, green elemental enemies are also weak to purple, so works out nicely, doesn't it?
Give me strength.
So this is the point in the game where the battle system starts to open up a little bit. Because you've got enough SP to start actually using most of your options other than just attacking or focusing or guarding or that sort of thing. So it's just too bad because pretty soon you'll notice that there's a little bit more of a limitation on the battle system, but I'll talk about that soon. Let me get a little closer. There it is. It's a Deers. Okay. It's a cross between a donkey and a deer, I would assume. Anyway, once upon a time, there was a gentle creature called the Deers that lived in the forest. The villagers believed that getting kicked by the Deers would make them rich, so they chased him around until he ran away. That does sound like a fairy tale. It has just that kind of, like, absurdity that you'd expect out of a fairy tale. That's funny. But there he is! Yeah, so as it turns out, discoveries are not all just landmarks and ancient ruins and, you know, fancy-looking rocks and stuff. Sometimes you'll find actual animals that were believed to be completely gone from the world of Arcadia. And yeah, that one is from the Yafutoman fairy tales, so at the very least they'll probably be happy to see that one come back. If they, if the fairy tale was based on some amount of truth anyway. Alright, but we're done now. We've gotten, what is that, like 5 discoveries in the past few minutes, so we'll head into Yafutoma now. Fancy Water City! I like water towns in most RPGs. They usually have really good scenery, so... Hello there. It is. It's one of the largest ships around in the West, so... I mean, we could say the same about you, but let's not be mean on our first trip here. Non-fish. I mean, we probably eat a bit of fish, but not as much as you all do. Yeah, you're a redhead, so you're gonna stand out the most. Hello. Not invading, just curious. Okay, well, we're not trying to invade, so we were actually just looking for Yafutoma at the moment. I don't think we did it intentionally if we did. He's like, yes, you're invaders, and we're just like celebrating over it. He's probably looking at us dumbfounded right now. This is a big misunderstanding, sir. We're not trying to invade. I mean, no, that's fair, especially since you haven't seen a Westerner in probably hundreds of years since the Dark Rift is around. Oh, Lord Mikado wants to see it. Maybe Zhao and Mao put in a good word for us. Okay. Or a bad word, I guess, but... Yeah, probably a good idea. But while we're here, we might as well explore around the city. Or we could go straight to Mikado. That's fine, too. Yes, and you are from the land of the rising sun, as it turns out. Thank you for the welcoming us, at least. Oh, really? So you follow the ancient tales? Sure, why not? Oh, well, that's very hospitable of you. Appreciate it. Yeah, we'll try not to get in your hair too much, so... Well, of course you would be. You're the advisor to the royal court. Aren't you all opposed to, foreigners as a part of your secret evil plan? I mean, look at you! You look like the kind of guy that would have a secret evil plan. Oh, boy. They have? Since when? Hundreds of years ago? What? I'm trying to understand where you're getting this from. There, see, there you go. He's got the right idea. We'll teach you a great deal about the West, and you can teach us about the East. We'll have a cultural exchange. It'll be fun. Sure, we can tell you about that. Yeah, Valua wants to use the crystals to destroy everyone else and rule the world, so we're trying to keep it out of their hands. Yes, that's the one. Yep. The Maga Sphere. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Is it like the Magatsuhi Sphere? Something like that. Or more like the Magatama Sphere, actually, is probably more correct. Magatsuhi's like demon energy. That's probably the Blue Moon Crystal. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna guess that the Cataclysm was the Reigns of Destruction, so... Probably is. Do you mind terribly if we go find it, or... Okay, well, we can go find it for you. Sounds like a plan. We're explorers, we'll go figure it out. Alright, well, that should at least give us a little bit of a foothold in this region, because, well, now we have a mission from them, so that's cool. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know you could use that to light a fire. I mean, I guess that's what they've got here, so... And there's swans over there, but also a moonfish. I'll take that, thank you. I don't remember where you're supposed to go in this area. I guess we're just gonna go look around for now. Can't hurt. Might as well. It's a new town, so might as well go exploring. Can I see what those are if I press the A button out here? No. I mean, they're basically swans, but they've probably got their own special name because it's Arcadia, so of course they do. Let's check in here. Fancy house with a save point. Cool. Let's just take a look around because why not, right? Oh, I can even rest for free here. That's cool. I wonder if they're gonna like come in here and be like, "Hey, what are you doing? You're not allowed to sleep here." This must be like the guest house or something. Didn't get the chance before I hit the save point here, but take a look at the tapestry when we get out of this thing. Hang on. Yeah, it is the guest house. No, I can't press the Y button in here, but yeah, the tapestry's interesting. I wonder if that's indicating something, like maybe what the Blue Gigas looks like. I guess a phoenix would kind of make sense, considering it's the land of, you know, wind. Although I think usually phoenixes are more associated with fire, but I suppose you can light a fire with the wind crystal in this world, wind and water, so I guess it's not really as, you know, exclusive as that. Yeah, you guys are basically like an archipelago. That's interesting. Thank you. I will do just that, actually. Ah, okay, yeah. So in order to get to Mount Kazai, you actually can't go there directly using your ship. You actually have to go to the parts dealer down on the waterfront, and he will, yeah, take us over to Mount Kazai for us. So that's cool. I think it's right behind the area, like that big mountain that was behind the islands that Yafutoma's in, is where Mount Kazai is. So it's not too far away to the point where you'd have to use the Delphinus, but they know where we can land, basically, and we don't, because we're, you know, foreigners. We don't really know anything about this area, so might as well listen to them. Hello there. A coquetta, huh? A chinkin. Okay, it is actually kind of cute. Oh, it's a parrot chicken. Okay. I will attempt to not, yeah. I'm sure most people would agree anyway. Alright, let's take a look around. There's probably a few shops and things here. This is probably not going to lead me where I want to go. But we can take a look around and see what the townsfolk have to say. Hello. Yeah, that's us. Yeah, no, our hair gets a little bit of different color. I think it has to do with the pigment in your hair. Like, there's certain different pigments that pop out depending on your point of origin. Like, for example, I have brown hair with flecks of auburn in it, and that's from my point of origin, so. Well, it would be a pretty cool tourist attraction after a while. That's Mount Kazai over there, by the way, in the background, so that's where we'll have to go from when the parts dealer comes and gets us. The ship parts dealer, that is. Almost said weapons dealer, but that's not quite right. Is this a chest? So maybe it's like a checkerboard, except it's like one of the eastern checkerboards. How do we get to that building? Huh. Well, we'll have to keep that one in mind for a little later. What does this say? Something about the switch. Well, let's try hitting it. What's the worst that could happen? Ah, okay. I see. So that'll bring the bridge up and down. Okay. Probably have to hit that at some point in order to get something behind the bridge, but yeah, see there's a treasure over there, but we're gonna have to get the boat around. There's actually a little boat right there that we can get around from here eventually. I just gotta find a dock, probably over there. Hello. A tub ship, there you go. Yeah, so you basically, it's like a little wash basin, and you wander around in it, and then on the water, that is. And then after you do that, you can, oh, sorry. Oh, okay, my bad. Not leaving a very good impression now, am I? Yeah, anyway. I think this is where the ship parts merchant is down here. Yeah, this looks right. Yeah, he's down there, so we'll go back here in a minute. was I saying? Yeah, but basically we're going to have to use the tub ship, this little wash basin, to wander around inside the water, and then eventually we'll find all these treasures and stuff around here. So let's do that. Let's give it a try, shall we? Alright. I know there's one place that we can go with this. We just gotta... Let's see. Probably don't want to go over the waterfall just yet. That doesn't seem like such a good idea. I think I want to go over here first, actually. We could go to that shop that's over there on the that has a dock that you can use the tub ship to dock at, but I think there's something else I need to do first. If I remember right. No secret behind this waterfall, unfortunately. Ooh. There's a cham around here somewhere, though. Ooh, hang on, right there. There it is. Okay, well, we're working our way up. I think that's cham number 19, if I remember right. We're still looking for 24 eventually, but we'll get there. I think we should be able to finish up the cham hunt before we go for the next crystal after blue. So that's cool. What's up? Oh, I mean, you might. I don't know your prince, so I couldn't tell you. Wonder where he could have gone. Their prince. Yeah, maybe we'll figure that one out later. Alright, so this is the weapon shop that we opened the back door to. Whoops. Hello. Sorry about opening the back door there. Let's see what you've got. Do we have anything? We've got the Chalice of Blood that we can sell, so I should probably sell that. No, I want to keep that Aura of Valor. These are actually harder to come by than I thought. I think there's only like 3 of them in the game, which is fine, because that means I'll have enough for each and every one of the Piastel battles. So I'm okay with that. Hope he doesn't mind that this chalice has blood in it. Let's see. Excuse me. I think if I remember right, the dish that you can make with these fish, with Gruul and Romuhai fish, I think you can only make them in Crescent Isle once Brabham and Ismail get done with their little stuff. So I think we'll just... You need groups of 10 of them, basically. So I'll sell a few of these so that I end up with 10 of each. 30 of each, that is. So I don't need this anymore. We do need most of this stuff, but I don't need Enrique's coat anymore because I have the moss armor, so get rid of that. What else have we got here? Don't really need the Imperial Crest anymore, and it's worth a bit of money, so maybe I'll just sell that. Because we got the Constitution Gem, so he doesn't really need the Imperial Crest anymore. And then... Oh yeah, I forgot to equip my Timing Valve, yeah. Excuse me. It's actually quite a bit better than the one that we have at the moment, so we should probably, you know, equip that. So I'm going to do that. The Heavy Torpedo, I'm not real sure about. It's got a lot more attack power than our current one, but it's also got, like, really low hit percentage, so I might hold on to it because we might use it later when we have, like, better accuracy with our torpedoes. So, oh, and a crystal ball. Sell that, too. And just like that, we've already got quite a bit of money back. We'll find something to use this money on eventually, but a lot of the items that we've got are not going to be particularly good to, you know, use it on at the moment. We do want to buy a Suiron blade, though, because it's a little bit of an upgrade from the Dream Cutlass. I think I might just keep the Dream Cutlass for now, but the Suiron blade is pretty good because it's used to recruit another crew member once you get the blue crystal, so we're going to grab that. I think I might actually not keep the Dream Cutlass since that's the case. Like, even though it can give me a little bit of extra protection against blue. Well, nah, you know what? I'll just keep the Suiron blade for later and we'll equip it after. Don't really need the Yin Wing. I guess the Blade of Slumber, it can put enemies to sleep. It's not bad, but I don't know if I particularly need it. Scale Mail, Saranchu Robe, Long Robe. I think I might want to equip the Long Robe for Enrique, or grab the Long Robe for Enrique, because it's pretty good. There's also the Jade Swirl Ring, which is probably going to be the upgrade that I give to Fina. It's a little bit less will for her, -3, but it also, in addition to having 45 will on it, gives her 45 magic defense, which makes her a house when it comes to magical attacks. So I'll probably give that to her. And then there's the Unseen Hand, which increases your quick and your dodge. And I mean, that's not bad. But I think this is a little bit better. This might be something that I'll keep on Fina for the remainder of the game, to be honest, because that'll give her plenty of power behind her magical attacks while still making her decently tanky. And she's got good magic defense to begin with, so let's grab one for her. There you go. A little bit worse than the Moon Dust Ring, but hey, now I have it for Aka if I want to use the Moon Dust Ring. Like, let's say, for example, before I get into boss fights, I can switch to the Moon Dust Ring instead of the Warrior's Heart, because we really won't have most battles lasting more than one turn outside of boss fights, so... Don't particularly need the, what's it called? The Warrior's Heart outside of boss fights, so... Alright, I don't think I'm going to get the Blade of Slumber, but the Suiron Blade definitely buy because you'll be able to use it, so... Thank you for the items. Appreciate it. And again, sorry for the back door. Alright, anyway. There's one particular person that I'm looking for around here, and I don't remember where she is exactly. But we'll have to go find her before I can go to that little shop with the tub ship. Hello there! Let me see. What can I buy here? I don't really need Sacrum crystals or Magic Dew. We're good in that department. I should probably sell the Risen crystal that I have, because that's not good by comparison to the Rizalum crystals. Speaking of which, I'm pretty sure I just saw that she sells Rizalum crystals, so that's pretty good. It'll come in pretty handy for us. I gotta watch my Glyph of Might use, though, because it looks like they don't have any out here, so we'll keep that in mind for later. Still need to equip the timing valve, too, so maybe I'll go do that. But yeah, here we go. Rizalum crystals. They're $4.50. Yeah, I'll buy 10. Why not? I shouldn't need them. I have Rizalum boxes too, but hey, whatever. It's not like I have too much to spend this money on anyway. Thank you. Will do. Probably gonna have to replenish my items anyway, so at some point. Alright, Delphinus a go-go. Let's see. It is this one, Twin Propellers. We'll switch that for the timing valve. Yeah, quite a bit better. It gives us 60 more quick than we had before, so that's quite a substantial upgrade. We should be able to go first a lot more often now, so that's good. Alright, now we can sell that when we go to the ship shop. Still looking for that person. Don't really know where they are at the moment. Maybe they're down from here? I could have sworn that they're not. I could have sworn that you just chat with them somewhere around here. Well, I know what I can do while I'm thinking about it. We can go right here and twist this bad boy. There we go. And now we can get back in our little tub ship, and we can take it over to the item that's there. I don't know what this is all about. Some sacred pillar of some kind? I guess we could just, like, go down the waterfall. The person I'm looking for might be down there. I don't actually know specifically where they are, but I guess I can look at my notes. Let's see. What do my notes say about the next person I'm trying to recruit? There's a construction site somewhere nearby. And that's where they are. Alright. Well, go find it. Here's another moonberry, so we're halfway to lunar cleansing. That's good. Don't worry, I'll bring the boat back. Eventually. Something behind this house. Which house was this anyway? That was the item shop. I suppose I could just, like, wander behind the item shop. I don't know if the lady's gonna let me through, though. Well, let's go see. What's the worst that could happen? There's the docking point. There it is. Oh, but I'm not gonna be able to get there from here, am I? Nope. Okay. Because the bridge is up, so... Well, let's go check this place out anyway, because I don't remember when the... There's another person I need to talk to before I can talk to the person that's in here to see if they're interested in joining my crew. Hello there. I think, anyway. Yep, I mean, they have food, so naturally they would. Oh, no, that's not a food item. Don't worry about it. It's your occupation. No, ma'am, that's not it. Yeah, there you go. Dumplings and sweet bean soup, huh? Sounds like it'd be pretty good. Hi there. So yeah, this is the tea house. There's more than one tea house in town? Yeah, I mean, it's all the same to me because I'm not really familiar with the cuisine. Sorry. Oh, yeah, I mean, that happens sometimes. I'm pretty sure you're too old for both of them, sir. They're both, like, in their late teens. So I don't think you can make that decision. Alright, time to go careening down the log flume. We could go get that item, but we'll go get it later. I gotta find, basically, we're looking for Urala's sister, and I don't remember where she is specifically, but she might be down here. After I go falling down the waterfall. I was gonna go but, well, I said something else before. Yeah, there she is, right there. So. Alright, now where in the hell do I dock this thing? Maybe here? No. No, definitely don't go down there. Can I dock here? No. Alright, listen, I'm gonna need a specific point to dock. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, I need to dock someplace here, because otherwise I can't get off this damn thing. I ain't soft locking myself. Let's see. No, this is not the ship shop. Hello there. Oh, so is her brother that Daigo gentleman? It's possible. No, it's okay. Sometimes you just need somebody to talk to. An unbiased third party, I get it. Let's see. Anything else around here? No, not really. Alright, let's go see Kerala. She's up here. This is probably the ship shop over there. So. And then this. Oh, I see. So this will take us back up. Okay. Probably shouldn't have done that, because now it's back down, isn't it? Can I, Nope. Okay. We're gonna have to go careening back down the log flume to get her. Well, curiosity got the better of me, I guess. Oh, well. There. Although I suppose now I could dock. Well, no, the thing's right here. As I say, I could dock and go try and get the item behind the item shop counter, but let's go do the recruiting first. And then we'll go back up. Alright. Pop off right here. The guy that's the tub ship owner is probably going to be pretty pissed at me pretty soon because I keep losing these damn ships. Hello there. That's us, yes. We saw you at the port, actually, when we came in. I can see that. Looks like you're doing a pretty good job of this, so... Excuse me. They're definitely far different from what we've seen in our area, yeah. Right about that. Yep, you guys did a good job. Especially considering you're, on a bunch of small islands. Sometimes it can be hard to get infrastructure up, but it doesn't seem to have stopped any of you. Well, I mean, if you did, you would get a little bit of a breadth of knowledge of how to build from both, so... And yeah, it'd be like a cultural exchange, basically. That's a fair point, actually. Oh. Okay, you remodeled by tearing the whole house down? Alright. Yeah, so her sister is Urala, the one that works at the shop, at the tea shop there, tea house. And she's right, you do want to give her a holler, because if you don't recruit Urala, well, she has no house. So, that's not okay. Let's take her along instead. Alright, let's go back and grab her now. Yeah, Kirala will join you as a builder. Look, more ducks. Or more... Maybe those are the female versions of the swans we saw over by the palace there. But yeah, she'll join you as a builder. Is she the first builder? I think she is. Yeah, and she's actually, I think, the better of the two builders in the game. Her ship ability allows you to basically use a complete kit on yourself for like 8 SP, so it's really good. So I'm definitely going to keep her around. Incidentally, her sister's ship ability is really good too, and I'll talk about that in a second once we go grab her. So, oh, somebody put another tub ship up here for me to crash. That's great. Alright, so first things first, let's go get Urala. And then after that, we'll see if we can get that item behind the item merchant's shop. I actually don't know how to get it, but she might yell at me for going behind the counter. Oh well. Whatever. Hey, so Urala, a quick question for you. Your sister just made you basically homeless, so do you want to come with us? The other day was today, actually. Well, she decided to, yeah, come to our crew to try to learn some Western building and kind of spread around some of the Eastern building tricks, so... Well, that's fine. I mean, every ship needs a cook, so... We already have Polly, but I'm sure Polly and Robinson have plenty of lost time to make up for, so you could always take over for her on the off shift. Actually, she's going to be on the main shift. Polly's going to be the off shift worker now because Urala is pretty damn good, so... You'll be fine. Yeah, especially that'll be helpful because not a lot of our crew knows anything about Yafutelman cuisine, so it'll be like a banquet every time we come in. And yeah, Urala will now join your crew as your second cook. And we're going to stick her in as our primary cook, actually. So we'll do that in a second. I think we can do it from right here. Yeah, yeah. So basically, if you want to switch, let's say you wanted to switch Marco with Robinson, you could just press the A button here, and it'll swap your active and your standby. This also tells you what each crew member does. They will give you some examples for what they do for stats for the ship as well, but most of the time it'll just give you a passive ability, or it'll give you a crew command ability. So in this case, Polly is, like I said, she's basically a magic do. She'll give you 10 MP for 6 SP, but Urala is busted. You use her crew command for 15 SP, if I remember correctly, and she maxes out your spirit points like an Aura of Valor. It's ridiculous how powerful her effect is, and it makes it a lot easier. Now you don't have to rely entirely on gear grease to get you up there. You can just have Urala do it for you at the beginning of a fight, and you're in really good shape for several turns after that. Usually enough to get you by for the entire battle. So, yeah, she's really good, and she will be in my primary crew for basically the rest of the game. I'm not sure if she can make any Romuhai fish stuff for me from my active crew, but I guess I can always take a look in a little while. Alright, let's go grab this item, and then after that we'll head to the ship shop. We'll see what we can buy. We'll probably be able to buy a couple of new things. And after that, we can chat with that guy, and we'll head off to Mount Kazai to see if we can find the Blue Moon Crystal for the people of this area. No, not this one. This one. Alright, looking for a door. Is it right behind the elderly merchant? No, it's actually right over here. Okay. You don't mind if I go... Oh, okay. Pulling double duty, this door. Oh, okay, that's not bad. Somebody's life savings was back here. Friggin' Japanese Alice in Wonderland ass door. That's funny. Anyway. Off we go. It's kind of unfortunate to me that you need to buy a Suiran blade to recruit a crew member, because I feel like you could save quite a bit of money by not purchasing any new weapons for Vice at this stage, because the Dream Cutlass has that passive for taking less blue elemental damage. So, I don't know, it almost feels like a waste to me. Or hang on, feels like a waste to me! There we go. Alright, well, we've gone on the log flume quite a bit at this point, so I'd like to get off of Mr. Tubship's wild ride now. Let's see. And I said I think this is the ship shop. I think. Let's go take a look. No, this is another house. Alright. Well, ship shop's got to be around here somewhere. I don't have any food for you. I mean, I have Roma eye fish, but I don't know if that's what you eat. So... Alright, let's go look for the ship shop then. It's got to be around here somewhere. It's not on this screen, unfortunately. So I don't think it is. Yeah, no, because we can't go down that way. Because if we did, we'd end up in deep sky. So let's not. Let's not do that today. Excuse me. But where would I be if I were... Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, it's over on the other side there, where the stairs are. One more time on the log flume, then. So before I crash this thing, let's just take it to this thing here. We'll fix the bridge so we can go across, and then we'll head for the stairs there. Enough fun and games. Oh, the bridge is fixed. Okay, well, let's go return the tub ship to its owner then, because... not exactly leaving a good impression if I leave it at the other dock. You know, he's got to walk all the way over here. Damn Westerners not knowing how to return a friggin' ship. A bunch of self-centered jackasses. They're a bunch of self-concerned jackasses, Shepard. Yes, that would be me, but I returned your tub ship, so there you go. Thank you for the wild ride. Alright, down here we go. And this should lead to a different area. Yes, this is a different area. And we can go check around here while we're at it. Oh, hello there. Going fishing? Oh, okay. Land them then. Isn't sashimi just raw fish cut into pieces, though? Like, that's like saying for fish that taste as good as fish, isn't it? I mean, I guess you could, like, do something fancy with it if it's sashimi. You could, like, saute it or something. But, I don't know. Where do you suppose this goes? Let's take a look. Oh, this is the docks. Okay, so if we want to go back to the ship, we can, and there's a save point and everything. Yeah, a little bit of a spookier looking dog. Maybe it's like the Hachiko statue or something. I don't know. I have no frame of reference. Alright, so I think there's one moonfish and one cham in Mount Kazai, but I don't think they're available until like later in the dungeon, so... But we'll know in a minute. Ooh. Look at this diving suit. I don't think so, Vice. I think that's used for something else, so... Yes, thank you for doing that for us. But, yeah, it's probably a good idea to buy a few ship parts while we're here, because the Yafutomans, I mean, their spell ship was pretty good, so they probably got some decent stuff. The Yamato Spirit, that is actually quite a bit better than the advanced cannon, so I think we're gonna, grab that. It's better on the SP, or no, it's worse on the SP cost slightly, but it's got 100 more attack, so yeah, quite a bit better. Let's grab that, and we'll equip that over the advanced cannon. We got a 3-foot cannon and a 5-foot cannon. Quite a bit better than the stuff that we've got at the moment. The coil actually has a... Okay, so the 3-foot cannon is actually like the 10-foot cannon, or 10-inch cannon coil replacement, basically. It's a little bit worse on the hit rate and the SP. A lot worse on the SP, actually, but it's got more damage, so... I don't know. I might buy it, but I'm not sure. Let's see if the Serpent Torpedo is better. This is better than the 12-inch cannon for sure, so I'll probably buy that one at the least. And this is got better hit rate than the Valuan Torpedo, so that's not too bad. Blueheim figure is much better than the Pyren figure, so that's good. And Yafutoman Alcove, it's one of those other parts, the ones that are like just the comfort items, the glamour items for your ship, basically, so... Oh, rudder grease. Okay, it's not really an upgrade to gear grease. Gear grease gives you additional spirit, whereas this reduces your spirit consumption. So, I mean, I guess that's okay, but for 2,000 gold apiece, it's a little on the pricey side. It's very expensive, so... Hey, Marie, welcome back. Come back to Yamato Spirit, man, this game. Any intention of fighting any Legends bosses besides My Life as a Teenage Reaper? Yes, there's one other one that I do want to fight, but I don't want to fight it until much later in the game, because it's kind of almost as an experiment. I've never actually fought it that late in the game, so I kind of want to see how awful its stats get. But there's a very specific reason why I can fight it at that point. There's an item that we can get to equip that will make it much more manageable to fight them. So the rest of the Legends bosses have vaguely similar ways that you can limit the amount of damage that they do, but like, it's not really something I'd want to do. It's not really something I find too worth it. I'm going to buy a 5-foot cannon and a serpent torpedo, I think. I didn't buy these yet, did I? I didn't buy the Blueheim figure either, because otherwise I would have equipped them. Okay, so 5-foot cannon and go-go. We'll buy a torpedo and everything else, so... Excuse me. Yeah, it's better than this one, so there we go. And serpent torpedo. And Blueheim figure. We're actually, I think, almost done with our ship upgrades. I think after the Yafutoma and stuff, there's maybe like one more upgrade for each type of weapon. So, I can't quite remember, though. But, yeah, pretty soon, we're going to want to just have that 5-foot cannon there, and then one primary weapon as well. And we'll have 2 torpedoes, and that's probably going to be how I set it up. It's much easier to hit with torpedoes once you get a certain crew member. So... Yeah, we could do a low-level attempt of that fight, and actually you're kind of encouraged to do it. It's the fight in particular was the Rupee Larso wanted list fight that I was talking about back when we were in Maramba. They actually didn't spawn on the docks there for some reason. I'm not really sure why. But you can do that as early as, like, as soon as you're done with Maramba. So back in, like, episode 5 I could have done it. It's, I mean, it's not too terrible to do at that point, but especially if you buy like a bunch of Nazarian mails, which gives you minus 20% damage from red element attacks. And actually, you can even buy thermo rings at that point, which reduces the damage from red element attacks by 50% more. So you end up with like 70% total reduction, which is pretty damn good. So it would make that fight much more manageable, especially since you don't have Enrique at that point. But yeah, whatever, it's fine. All right, get rid of the Pyrin figure. That's quite a bit of magic defense, so... Any spell attacks coming from anything after this are going to do a whole lot of nothing. So that's good. Alright, sell a few things, and then we'll head off to Mount Kazai. Let's see. Don't need anything there. Keep the Suiran blade, keep our old armor, because we'll need them. I should probably equip the Moondust ring on Aika. I can do that in battle, though, so I guess it's not a huge deal for now. Sell the old stuff. I just bought this 12-inch cannon, too, and now I'm getting rid of it. I'll keep the heavy torpedo because we might use that as our second torpedo in a little while. So, but we'll get rid of the value in one. We don't really need that anymore. Get rid of the twin propellers. Get rid of the Pyrin figure. And, yeah, we'll hold on to the rest. I could buy more gear grease, I guess. Although we don't really need it as badly now that we have a Rala, but I can buy up to the 15 that I usually keep, so... Reminds you of a Steam article you read on improving E6. You disagree with a few things, and especially since they gave valid catastrophe arguments, mostly argued from a standard mode view. Bruh, you know catastrophe's a bitch. Why not use that to help enhance your improvements? Yeah, that would make sense, because oftentimes a lot of the stuff that they do in hard mode, you can use that as almost like a springboard for, hey, this is how we can improve the game, you know? You like the improvements overall, just don't agree with a few of the changes. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. That's usually why a lot of like player-made difficulty mods for games, I usually don't get behind them too much, because usually they change some things that I like and they change some things that I don't, and usually it doesn't balance out for me to where the good outweighs the bad. So, yeah, I don't know. All right, we're off to Mount Kazai. Let's go get the Blue Moon Crystal. Okay, sounds like a plan. What's that? Ah, yeah, so that fancy suit that he's got in the background there, it looks like an old diving suit. Yeah, we actually are going to need it, because as it turns out, Mount Kazai is the water temple. Why did every game need a water temple for the, like, next few years after Ocarina of Time came out? But, yeah, it's the water temple. You're going to be playing with water levels and diving underwater while you're in there, so... So, since we're going to be diving, might as well use the underwater suit. Don't worry about it, Aika. This suit will weigh us down. Yep, got a little bit of an oxygen tank on the back and everything, so. Cool. Let's go take a look. And yeah, like I said, we don't even have to take the Delphinus there. They're actually just going to take us straight there because we're basically doing a favor for the king, so that's fine. Yeah, I could see how this place would be a little underwater. Wow. Yeah, it's very calm. Apparently so, but I guess the water overtook it, huh? What do you see? Whoa. Yeah, some kind of fancy bird statue of some kind. Good lord. Oh, is that the Blue Gigas? Well, what's left of him, anyway. Looks like he got petrified. That's a hint. Not for him, but for something else. Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. If he got stuck in the volcano, he would have gotten encased in, you know, lava. Yeah, good thing the Valuans aren't here to free him, then. They nerfed a ton of things and buffed nothing. They changed some things and hurt some lore a little. But you think it goes into the fanfiction area when you start making changes? Because you personally want to make a change that is out of place. Yeah, I could agree with that one. It's like, no, I don't... A lot of those things have to be kind of a collaborative effort, because if you start getting into fan fiction stuff, that's where I start to like draw the line a little bit about it. It's like, I don't know how I feel about this. It's not something that I was personally fazed by, you know, so. Yeah, to be fair, if it's a bird, giant bird, yeah, it could fly along with us, and that would make it a lot harder to fight, so. If I remember right, well, you know what, I'll hold my tongue on that one. We'll talk about it later. Let's see, Cham in here is in a later portion of the dungeon, and the moonfish, quite literally in my notes, says near the end of the dungeon. Alright, cool. But yeah, if you ever want to go back, you can always chat with the parts merchant, and he'll take you back, so. Excuse me. But we don't gotta go back. We gotta go in. So let's go take a look inside Mount Kazai, shall we? I think this is a decently long dungeon. I think it's about as long as the Temple of Pyren, if I remember right. I guess that figures, since they're both, like, you know, places for their gigases, respectively. Whoop. There we go. That is the least movable rope I have ever seen. Doesn't move at all. It's rigid as hell. Ah, yeah, so here's where we're going to need the underwater suit. So you just go towards water, and you'll automatically put on the underwater suit, and you can walk around down here. Very slowly. No, it's fine. I don't think there's any encounters underwater, so even if you walk slowly, it's not really a big deal. So. It's cool, it's a gimmick, you know. It doesn't really bother me that much. There are encounters in here, though, so we'll have to take a look at those. Ooh, what do you suppose this is? Fancy crystal switch. Time to press it. It's not a big red button, but... Oh, you don't even have to press it. It just activates. Okay. So what does that do for me? Yeah, so in this central room, all the way at the bottom, there's a bunch of water. And the more of these switches you press, the more water you will put in the central room. Eventually, you're going to be able to use that water to get to other spots in the room, so... Yep, looks like it. So, find the switches, fill the area up, and off we'll go. Yeah, I guess when in doubt, go left. Yeah, like I said, this point in the game is kind of a big blank for me. I don't remember, like, a damn thing about what happens in Mount Kazai. I remember some strategies, but those might just be because I looked at the FAQ for this game, like, before I started playing it a little bit, so... Alright, let's see what we got. We got Go Loopers, and we got Slithars. Those are red element, actually. That's surprising around here, but I guess I can use that opportunity to, you know, blast them with Crystallis or something. Example, they gave you the rainbow fragment mandatorily instead of it being optional and missable. The NPC who gives it to you still says that it dispels deception and provides light, but the thing that prevented you from even entering the dungeon returns, and the rainbow fragment suddenly doesn't work anymore. What? Yeah, that's a little weird. All they did was shoehorn in 2 rooms of ads to kill, and now you can keep going. But by game logic, you should have been good the moment you got the rainbow fragment. Literally just means all you have to do is add something to block the path that isn't already solved by the gear you have. Yeah, that's not a good change in my opinion. That's a rough change. It doesn't really work all that well. I think I can kill these Slithars with just Crystallis, so... Oh, actually, hold on. I know how I can definitely do that. Let's go over to Aka's accessory, and there we go. Equip the Moon Dust Ring. Now we can definitely kill them with Crystallis. So let's do that. So we'll let you two handle the Slithars. We'll go after the Go Loopers and see what we can do. And next turn, I think we'll have enough SP to use Rain of Swords, so we can kill the Go Loopers if they stick around. I think. Yeah, because we'll have exactly 14 next turn because we used 4 this turn and we get 9, so... I could probably even kill those with Crystal Lee, honestly, considering how fast that HP bar went down. Oh well. This works.
Give me strength.
It's why you disagree with most balance patches. It was so good until that point. Yeah, like, come on now. You had good ideas, and then you went too far with them. Like, that's not okay. Alright, everybody else just guard. Let's try to get one of them. Or get put to sleep. That could work, too. Wah, wah. I probably should have kept Aka's 150% weapon, because, well, then this wouldn't happen. So, Royal Blade. Okay, well, this one was very keen to stick around, so I guess that's nice of you. Oh, you got him anyway. Good. That will work. I should probably just attack on those turns when I'm using Rain of Swords, because then if I get put to sleep, it's like, okay, well, I just, you know, I can't kill him this turn. So. And Vice got Noxus. Alright, well, that's not really useful, but there you go. Fina will probably get Sacrolen pretty soon because she only needs like 80 to get there, so, right? Yeah, she'd get Sacrolen. I should probably start working her more on, like, Drillnos, though. That'll be more useful for later. We've basically got everything else that I want for her. I mean, we can get Crystalline, but what you'll start to notice is that the longer we go on in the game, the less and less magic becomes useful in boss fights. It's more useful in just regular battles than in boss fights in most cases, and it's kind of sad because it means Fina and Aka have a good thing that they can do in, you know, regular fights, but in boss fights they just kind of sit there, and that's not really great, so... Well, Aka doesn't really sit there because she's constantly using Delta Shield and items in most cases, but Fina's just kind of like, well, my whole shtick is that I'm a mage, but I can't use my magic because nothing takes as much damage from magic as it does from, you know, your physical attacks, because of the way that magic is calculated in the game in terms of its damage output is not, like, helpful in any way whatsoever for Aka and Fina's magic damage. It just doesn't do enough damage to really warrant it, unfortunately. Why don't you just guard? Quicker. That's fine. You might make yourself faster, but it won't help you if I blow you up with a fireball or two. Alright, Aka, let's see what you can do with a Moon Dust Ring. Not bad. That one was guarding, so that's why he didn't die. But that's why we have Fina, because then she can follow that up. Or Vice can do it. That works too. Save me an MP, so that's nice. Not that we really need to save it at this point. We've got so much magic due, it's ridiculous, and I only ever need it for Fina. So. I might have Enrique actually do a little casting, though, at some point here. So, let's see. I think Enrique's actually almost done as well with his yellow element stuff. Like, I think once he gets that 121 experience there, I'm pretty sure he is going to get Electrolen, which is the last spell in the yellow line. So he's actually in very good shape there. But we'll get there in a little bit. Alright, let's just explore around a little bit in the room. Oh, I can't. Okay. It's fine then. You know, I can explore in these parts later when I get the water level up. I don't know why I'm exploring now. I don't have to. Because in a second, this is going to happen, and the water's going to rise in here, so... Yeah. And then I can explore when there are no encounters to stop me. Because, like I said, as far as I know, there are no encounters underwater. So... Yep, so this was not the switch for the, like, the central area. This one was for this area, which means the other switch that this one just let us get to is probably for the central area. Oh, 4 go loopers. Okay, well. Alright, so we guard and we Delta Shield to prevent them from putting me to sleep, and then next turn we use Rain of Swords, I guess. Wah, wah. Yeah, these ones really like using Slippera a lot. I think they also can use, like, Wevles or something, or Wevlem. But usually it's Slippera, so... And I guess just attack with everybody else. Okay, bye. Alright, well, we got one. Can't wait till I have 14 SP so I can just do this right away. Except that's at the end game, so I don't think I'll ever get to that point. At least we got one of the loopers. We don't really need experience that badly at this point, though. We're in pretty good shape. I think we're at, like, almost at 30 for everybody, so that's pretty good for this point. Yeah. Yeah, so we're in good shape for everybody for right now, basically, so... Oh, Vice is going to get a yellow spell soon. Let's see how everybody's doing there. Let's see, so your yellow spell will be... I think that's Electrum for you? For you... We could get Pyrolen for you, and then you're in good shape. Wevlem. And then if I can get you Drillnos, that would be nice too, but it's not strictly necessary for you. Really just trying to get Fina Drillnos. Get her Pyrolen, get her Wevlem. Hell, might even work on Eternus for her at some point if I got nothing better to do. So. But yeah, I'm not really worried about Enrique's magic damage, like, at all. It's just kind of there, you know. Okay, well, can't go down there. Like, if he gets decent magic, that's fine, but I'm really not going to use him for specific magic casting. Like, I might use him for Sacres occasionally, but really, he's just kind of there to pull up the... Basically, like, pick it up in case anybody else is like, okay, well, I'm not doing anything good this turn, so Enrique can... I don't even know what I'm saying. Basically, Enrique is there to, like... just kind of pick up the offense in random battles, and then exclusively use Justice Shield in boss fights. Again, it's one of the reasons why I don't usually like him as my fourth party member late in the game, because his whole shtick is just very defensive, and I prefer offense over defense, so... Yeah. Oh good, more go loopers. We could try to thin their numbers this turn while I Delta Shield, I guess. Pretty sure there's a little more variety in the enemies here, but maybe I'm not in the right spot in the dungeon yet. Maybe there's like a specific part of the dungeon where there's more enemy variety. Alright, well, we got one. See if we can hit him. Nope. And... Yep, good. Good work, Fina. Mostly for the gold, honestly. Like, we don't really need the experience that badly, like I was saying. We're in good shape there, but the gold is nice. We will actually have something to use our gold on late in the game as well. Essentially, the stuff that we're going to use our gold on late in the game will allow you to fight the Legends bosses if you want to, without having to worry about them, like, leveling up with you and totally fucking destroying you, even though you're prepared for the fight. So... yeah, I don't know. I guess it kind of depends on how many, like how long it takes me to do the other stuff in the game to see if I'm going to actually decide to fight the Legends bosses after that. Like, I might go fight them if I end up with plenty of time left. Like, I don't want this to get over, like, 20 episodes, but I think we're going to be at about 18 or 19 by the time the game's over, so... we'll see how far along we get. And then we'll go from there. Alright, we got Go Loopers, we got Slithars, so let's give them a good Crystalliz. Yeah, see, magic does pretty good in the random battles. It's just in the other ones where it doesn't. So. Alright, don't hit Vice and Enrique, please. And Vice got put to sleep by all of them so far. I mean, I guess it's gonna happen anyway. Oh, okay. That'll work. Thank you!
Give me strength.
Because I think we've got decent quick for... Well, definitely on Aka. On Fina, I've been using a couple of Dex's seeds on her, so she's probably in okay shape as well. Yep, so that'll get rid of the Slithars before they can use a flamethrower or something on me. And then we can try to work over the Go Loopers. The Go Looper, singular, excuse me. That's a no, and... Well, it's a good try, I guess. Alright, Cutlass Fury a go-go, and, I guess I could well, no, I can't Sacrum if I Cutlass Fury. I guess I could Sacrum Crystal. Let's see here. I don't really need it that badly, actually. Let's just attack, it's fine. Not badly enough to use up one of my Sacrum Crystals, you know. Oh, okay, bye. Took my gold and ran with it. What an asshole. If only there was some way I can fix the fact that I don't have enough accuracy to hit them. Sadly, we don't have a method of doing that just yet. But we will! Near the end of the game. To be fair, though, there is a spot on the world map where exclusively loopers show up if you want to go fight them late in the game, so... Yeah. And that's when you'll have the item that allows you to actually hit them, so... Alright, do you want to work on red? Or do I want to just keep... I think I'm just going to keep working on yellow. I think that works okay. Let's see, so Krill Beast. I might use, let's just use Pyres like I was using before. That works okay. And then you two just attack. More quicker. I'm just glad these guys aren't like, the Skies of Arcadia equivalent of like Coeurls or something, because if they were, that would be bad. I would want Gilder back, and I would want him back now. Oh good, two of you cast Quicka. That's gonna help you a lot. Yeah, see, we can still one-shot these guys even with the Dream Cutlass, so it's really not too bad.
Move. Give me strength.
That was easy.
Sure was. Alright, Alfina's almost level 30, that's good. Vice got to rank up to get Electrum. Electrum and Wevlum are actually, I find them to be better to use in ship battles, so if you're looking for a practical use for them, like I said, I think in ship battles they work very nicely, but not so much in other places. Oh, this is a little further down than I thought it would be, but okay, that's fine. Can't get there. I think we should be able to finish the dungeon today, this dungeon. I don't really know where I'm going in it, but I will attempt to finish it. So, I'm still going to try to fill out as much of the map as I can, probably to my own detriment, because that would make it harder to finish the area, but, you know. We'll just blub our way around, that's all. Okay, so there's another platform there that we might be able to get on top of. Hopefully I don't find Rapture or something down here. That wouldn't be so good. I'm not ready for the Rapture. Even though everybody's gone to the Rapture. I'm not ready for it. You're heating up food? Nice. Hopefully it'll be some good food for you. Never hurts to make a little bit of leftovers. Yeah, Vice, ignore the water physics and move faster. Cast Quicka on yourself. That'd be nice. Again, though, I'm actually really okay with the fact that it's a little bit slower down here if it means that I don't get into any encounters, you know? Like, if there were encounters under the water, it would make things a lot more difficult than they had to be, at least in my opinion. Oh, I ended up over here. Okay, well, that wasn't the right place to go then. So I gotta drop down one of those and hit the correct area. Alright. Let's take a look around then and we'll see if we can find... yeah, we'll just go after the Go Looper. We'll do... How many of those guys are there? Slithar, so there's 3. Okay. Wevlas might work okay on them, actually. Let's give that a shot. And, yeah, sure, why not? And we'll try hitting the Go Looper. We'll see if they stick together so Wevlas actually works okay. They might and they might not. Oh, nice. Okay, we got 2 of them. That's good. Also hit a Go Looper, but that's not really what I'm worried about. So, if there were encounters underwater, you'd better hope that suit is made of the most durable material on the planet. Yeah, because otherwise we'd be having a few problems. That's for sure. Enemies would not make things easy on us. Excuse me.
Give me strength.
Look at me using spells outside of the red and purple elements. How about that shit? I'm even using blue element attacks in the blue element dungeon.
That was easy.
Because that makes sense. Alright, Phoenix level 30, that's good. A little extra will, a little extra quick. Ache got a rank up, she got Electrum. That's really all I need her to get. She could get Drillnose, but it's not really necessary. So, let's take a look at what she's got going on here. She's good in the green department. She could use Pyrolen just to fill that out, but it's really not necessary. And then I guess we could work on Wevlam. And she doesn't really need Rizzalim, but I might get it for her eventually anyway. Really, at this point, most of the magic that we have is good. Like, really, you need Sacrum, you need Rizzalim, you need Pyrum. And everything else is kind of just window dressing. Once you have those 3 skills, you really don't have to worry too much about what you get. So, alright, so I'm going to say we need to go in right here, because this pool probably will let us drop into the correct place. Maybe not. Nope. Okay. We need to drop to, like, right here somewhere. So maybe it's, like, upright, basically, from here. Like, in the top right-hand corner. Having a lightsaber that changes colors would be so fucking cool, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting choice of weapons. Having them made from all the moonstones that they use for energy sources, so... It's cool. It gives them a little bit more character, you know, than they might have otherwise. Alright, so now I should probably pay attention to this map and kind of like use it as a consultation point for where to drop down. Because, and again, I'm thinking it's like somewhere in the top right because that's the only part of the map we haven't explored yet, so let's go see. We dropped down over here though, didn't we? And we didn't end up where we wanted to be. Huh. Maybe I should equip the white map. So we don't get into any encounters in here. Especially a back attack. I don't want that. No, I don't want that. Ow. Alright, so they'll be faster than us next turn, but that's okay. Because we've got a bunch of SP now, so we can make that work out. Okay. Pyra is a go-go. And then, yeah, just attack one, I guess. I'm not really worried about the physical attacks because they have Quicka, so they'll probably dodge pretty good. I mean, counterattacks they won't, but, you know, the rest they will. But Pyres should do them in, especially with the Moondust Ring and the Jade Swirl Ring equipped. I'll just have to remember to switch those out for something else later on, like the other Constitution Gem when we get it from the Moonfish quest for Fina, and then the Warrior's Heart for Aka. Yeah, I don't think Aka's gonna get Drill Nose. 372 to Drill Nose is a little bit of a hard pass for me. I probably should still work on getting Pyrolin and Crystalline, though, because Aka and Fina need about the same amount of Magic EXP, just roughly doing a rough equation in my head to get them both, so. Weblum's going to be a little while. Oh well, whatever. See, there is that spot there, but... Okay, hang on, let me do this first of all. Equip the white map. So I get into less encounters up here for now. I'll use Sacrum, because Aka can use Epsilon Mirror to fix her MP. Or I could just use a Magic Dew, because we have plenty of that now, so... But yeah, we don't want to drop down for right now, because dropping down will have us jump off and into the water where we don't want to go. So let's just go here, because this won't force us into some place we don't want to go. Alright, so... If I drop there... Where is that on the map? Okay, so I think it's like... this center one? I think. I'm gonna find out right now, so I'm gonna go down into it. Maybe? Depends on how far forward I go. Yep, okay, cool. Yeah, so this is where we want to go. And you could drop back off down to the bottom if you wanted to, but I don't want to. I want to go this way. Because here's another switch for the central room. And then we've got 3 of the switches done, so then we just got to go find the 4th one. I think there was 4. And then we can go from there. Why is the water temple always a fucking maze? There were way more creative things you could do, even back in the day. Just because this is... If I remember right, Ocarina of Time's water temple was like this too, where it was a bunch of maze-like passageways and water-level shenanigans manipulation, so... once Ocarina of Time did it, everybody had to do it for some reason, even though the internet wasn't nearly as prolific back then, so people wouldn't be like, yeah, that's how you do a water temple. Like, it just seems like once Zelda did it a certain way, everybody else had to follow suit, and I don't know why. Maybe it was some sort of, like, weird hive mind bullshit. I don't know. Water is mesmerizing, yes, but please, be more original, I agree. So you've heard, yeah. I haven't played Ocarina of Time, so I couldn't tell you what its water temple was like, but from what I understand from a lot of other people, it's basically just a big maze where you manipulate water levels, and it's annoying as hell. So, I don't actually know how true that is, but that's what I've heard. So, you got me on that, everybody. I ain't played a lot of Zelda in my day. It's just a series that I never really got into. I've played a teeny tiny bit of A Link to the Past. I've played like 2 dungeons in Link's Awakening. Excuse me, and yeah, I've played about an hour and a half, 2 hours of Breath of the Wild, and that's it. Why haven't I played any of them to completion? Well, Link to the Past and Link's Awakening I just kind of got bored of, but I could probably play both of those to completion one day. Breath of the Wild I will play to completion one day, but I wanted to wait until I did it for the stream, because it seemed like that kind of game, you know, where I could beat it for the stream, and that would be good. Let me get rid of the Krill Beast first. And we'll use this stuff to get rid of the Slithars. There, and then... Yeah, let's just try to hit the Go-Loopers if we can, before they leave. People say you're missing out, I don't know, who cares? Think people who haven't played Golden Sun are missing out, but Golden Sun is almost mute as far as the community goes, so who cares if anyone misses out? Yeah, Golden Sun, I mean, I don't hear from a lot of people about playing it. Well, I shouldn't say that. I hear from one person specifically all the time about playing it. And it's not even you, Marie. It's actually Frank on my Twitter. he talks about Golden Sun quite a bit because it's actually one of his favorite games as well, so he played it quite a bit as a kid. So I get it from him, I get it from you, so I guess I get it from a couple of people. Was it Sephico? No, it was Balius that wanted to see me play it, and I took his as a suggestion because of all the subscriptions that he gave me. So, good crit Vice. I would have preferred that on the Go Looper, but I'll take it. Enrique? Nope, not quite. That's fine. Because this one stuck around thanks to Slipera, so let me just make sure he doesn't do that again. You saw it, gave you a good laugh. You'd shill, but there's a time and place for shilling. Well, don't worry about shilling Golden Sun specifically anymore, because it's on the list of things to do. We'll play it, like I said before, after I'm done with Skies of Arcadia here, the next game that we play for the stream will be a suggestion that was made to me before I stopped taking suggestions a while ago. So, yeah, we'll be playing it soon enough. So don't worry about shilling Golden Sun. We'll get there. Alright, one more section, it looks like, on the south side. I should probably re-equip the Ancient Bracer, though, now that we're out of that room. You actually want me to die in Ys Origin more, to be honest? Well, don't worry about that, because we'll be playing Ys Origin before we play, whatchamacallit, before we play Golden Sun, so... Yeah, that should still happen. Let's see... Actually, if you're gonna fight the Krill Beast, I should probably have you go red. You know what, Vice? No, you know what, it's fine. Let's just have you do that, and then we'll... You know what, let me see how good Pyrez does. Actually, hold on. Let me go back to this. We'll see how good Pyrez does against the Slithars, I think. It'll definitely kill the, what's it called? The Krill Beasts, but I don't know about the Slithars. Enrique... Nothing for you to really do except attack, brother. So you do that. That might be more my speed. You have a talent for gushing about cult classics and games that people fucking love. You have a type, you guess. No, I mean, that's fair. It's just some of those things, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes people will tell you to play games that everybody's played. Sometimes people will tell you to play a game that very few people have played. Like, what was that one that somebody suggested to me a long, long time ago? I don't even remember who suggested it, but they suggested some weird random game called Earth Defense Force that I had never heard of. And I looked it up, and apparently there's like 5 or 6 games in the series. I'm like, wow, this is way under everybody's radar. And it looks like it's got the kind of like quality to it that's like basically a B movie, except it's made into a video game. So I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's... The voice acting is very bad on purpose. A lot of the gameplay has its own forms of jank on purpose, so it's just one of those things. The water level isn't quite... I mean, we could jump at this point into the water, but it's not quite high enough to where Vice is comfortable jumping into it, so we'll go this way instead. But, I mean, I understand. I mean, there's cult classics all over the place. Look at this game. I'm shilling this game, and it's something that very few people have played as well, so I'm pretty sure in the US they only shipped, like, 10 or 15,000 copies of this game, so it's not exactly common. Hell, I could probably sell this copy of the game despite being used for, like, I don't know, a couple $100 after all this is over with. I don't know if I will, but I could. So... Oh, and that one's guarding, so he's definitely not getting hit this turn. Here's a show of your character. You have your therapist's clinical cell number and told him you might need to schedule soon. He replied to the text and said he'd try to look for a spot to put you in. Now, there you go. Well, I mean, I guess that means that you two have a good working relationship then, you know? So that's not bad. He probably is glad that you're on top of stuff like that, because probably sometimes he'll, you know, get clients where they're not on top of things and they'll wait until the last minute before they need to get an appointment, and then they'll say, no, I need it. And it's like, I can't just give it to you that close to, you know. I have other clients. They need appointments too. I can't Rain of Swords. Okay, well, I guess I'll just Cutlass Fury. Fine. Get rid of the Slithar, and then we'll try to hit the other Go Looper with Fina and Enrique. Or I'll get put to sleep. I should have Delta Shielded. Oh well. Enough for him to give you the cell number of his own volition. You didn't fucking know he had a clinical cell. Yeah, that's a show of character too. Then yeah, because not everybody gets the clinical cell number, you know. Obviously, otherwise, you know, you wouldn't have gotten it. All right, Aka, can you take this thing out while Vice is taking a nap? Nope. It's okay, he's still sticking around at the very least, so you might be able to get him. Hell, if I Royal Blade, I might be able to get him that way, too. Very gracious Go Looper, though. He stuck around for just long enough for Enrique to run him through. So there you go. Royal Blade has a really high multiplier, by the way. It, I think it's like 4 times Enrique's normal damage. But the problem, of course, is that even though it has a much higher multiplier than, say, Cutlass Fury, Vice has a lot more strength than Enrique, so 8 will, that's really nice. So he'll obviously do more damage, even though it's better in most departments. We got a Moonberry, that's nice. Now I can get Lunar Cleansing. Enrique got Electrolens, so we got to switch him off of yellow now. Excuse me. So Aka, we can Epsilon Mirror with you pretty soon, and then let's go over to Fina and we'll get Lunar Cleansing. That's not Lunar Cleansing. There we go. So yeah, it's basically just a Curia Crystal on everybody, so it's pretty nice. I don't know if I'm going to get her 4th move. I might, but I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to. We did, by the way, while you were gone, Marie, we learned Vice's final super move, Pirate's Wrath. And we should have an opportunity by the end of this dungeon to test it out, so haven't had an opportunity just yet, but we'll get there. Oh, there's a treasure chest down there. I have to keep that in mind once we get down there. Fancy cave area. This place got a little bit, hang on, what's on the other side there? I don't know. Good question. Let's see what's over here first, and then we'll go back. A way down. Alright, sure. You love that it's just a frying pan, yeah, Cupel, yeah. Can't wait to see. Can't wait. I see what you did there. Oh boy. To see you fully upgraded, because it's a wait when we fully upgrade it. Fantastic. I mean, if we get all 30 Chams and all 3 Aberic Chams, there is another upgrade above the wait, but I don't think I'm going to get all of those, because once we get 24 regular Chams, we've already got 2 Aberic Chams, so I'm not going to prioritize getting the other Chams after that, you know. I'd rather keep the weight, because the thing about the ultimate weapon is that it doesn't increase your dodge percentage at all, and I'd rather Fina have that, so. Oh, you saw that before you left? Okay, gotcha. Can't wait for you to never have a good target for it, so you have to waste it on some super small fry mob. Yeah, if this was any other game, I'd agree with you, but Skies of Arcadia, there's most bosses, Pirate's Wrath is a good thing to use. Like, even if you focus on the turn before you use Pirate's Wrath, it's a good idea to use it instead of just using 3 Cutlass Furies or 2 Cutlass Furies, because it deals the damage of 3 Cutlass Furies total. Oh, hello there. Mantoids, okay. Well, these guys are large and in charge. Well, let's just do some Pyresing while we're here. Probably it'll deal pretty good damage. I guess I'll just have Enrique attack the other one. I think they've got a pretty good amount of HP, but they're pretty weak to fire, so. Yeah, burn them! Indeed. Okay, well, burning them doesn't seem to do a whole lot. That's like, what was that, like 1/5 of their HP? Their giant earwigs incinerate! And I mean, that's coming from Aka and Fina with their will being higher than usual, so that's impressive. Oh, Pyrum. Good. They just have a bunch of fire. Maybe fire isn't the best thing to use on them, even though they're, you know, green element. I guess I could use purple on them, like Crystalum. Alright, Vice, Enrique, do a little prior damage to them. They have good counterattack rates, apparently. Unless I'm just getting unlucky, which is possible. Alright, so, I mean, I'm okay with doing the same thing I just did last turn, if I'm honest with you. I guess I could try petrifying them, too. I might as well just test it for science, you know. And then we'll just, I don't know, we'll double up on this one to make sure it gets killed. Probably won't kill the other one now, but that's okay. Aka, help us out.
Strength.
Yeah, Vice your experience. Stop hit trading. It's not gonna work. Alright, one dead. Can we petrify this? Let's find out. I mean, it's a regular enemy. They usually don't have a lot of resistances to status effects, so... we'll see. Yes, you can. Okay. Well, that makes them a lot less scary because you can just petrify them and then they're completely sitting ducks, so... Unfortunately, we don't get an upgrade to Lunar Glyph that lets us petrify multiple enemies, but that would be pretty broken, so... yeah. I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. I forgot to switch off all yellow. Oh well. It's fine. Probably the switch is up here, isn't it? Yeah, switch is up here. I mean, I guess I can press it while I'm here, because it probably won't affect the water levels in here specifically. It's probably for the central room. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Okay. So now when we go back into the central room, we'll be able to go exploring near the bottom there. But before we do that, let's explore the rest of this room first. Like the rest of these caves that I didn't explore. Sorry, used to Nightmare Inferno mode in East games. Hit trades are the same as throwing a fight. Yeah, it doesn't really work out too well usually. Oh, there's nothing over here. Okay, well, that's fine, I guess. Oh, and there's sea urchins in here, too. Sphyros. Alright. Well, that'll work out. I mean, obviously we're not going to get a whole ton of damage off from fire with them, but we can just... they probably don't have that much HP. Let's just do some pyrizing and see how they live, if they live. Oh yeah, I got to switch Enrique off of this. What do I want him to use now? I guess purple, because it's super effective against blue. So we'll just do that until we get Drill Mouse, and then after that we'll turn off yellow forever, and we'll go with something else. Yeah, Pyriz from both of them should take them out. Again, this is why it's kind of... magic is kind of nice for regular battles, because this just continues to be a useful tactic throughout the rest of the game. Like Pyriz and Pyrum will soften up or kill outright most of the normal enemies in the game, unless they're like really large enemies like those mantoids. Then after that, in that case, you can do something else like petrify them or put them to sleep or something. Enrique's not bad in that department either, because he can use Drillin on them. So, yeah, but we'll worry about that later. Alright, Fina's only 45 experience away from getting herself to Drillnos, and once she gets that, I can just say goodbye to yellow forever. Then we can work on... I mean, I guess we could work on blue, and then Enrique would also have Wevlum, so he'd be in good shape for blue for the rest of his time, but, you know. It doesn't work when you're playing on the difficulties where you die in 2 to 3 hits. When you're appropriately leveled and geared, when you're under-geared or under-leveled, you can die in 1 hit. Yeah, and then a hit trade is a death sentence, which is just not really good. Not really good at all. Alright, well, we found the switch, so now we just got to go in the other direction and see where that takes us. So let's do that. I need to heal. I need to heal Aka's MP is what I really need to heal. So we'll do that soon. I need to Epsilon Mirror in one of these fights. So we'll do that. Fina, why don't you use one of our magic dews? Because why the hell not? Might as well use it because, hey, 10 MP. Really easy. You don't even really need Epsilon Mirror if you want to just use a bunch of magic dews, but I figure I can save my my wallet a little bit if I use them. If I use Epsilon Mirror instead, so... we'll just find an appropriate fight where Aka can use it, and then off we'll go. Oh, there's nothing over here. Alright. How do I get to that treasure chest, then? Maybe you come back around from somewhere. Or maybe there's a hidden passage in the wall back here. Alright, well, let's go back and look one more time just to see if there's anything. Because it looks like I did miss a section of the wall there, so I might have missed a passage. Alright, Slithars and Mantoids. So I don't want to do this. I'm going to need to use Lunar Glyph, so I can't just do stuff with that. So let's do a Pyrus. Let's do a Lunar Glyph on one of the Mantoids, and then we will work on the Slithars this way. Probably between the Pyrus and Vice and Enrique, they can probably get rid of 2 of them. Yeah, for sure. Especially considering the damage we just got on them. Probably if I had used Pyram it would have worked too, but I would have had just enough to Lunar Glyph if I did that because Pyram is 6, so that's fine. No big deal. Now we know for next time. Alright, so Petrify please, thank you. And this guy's getting... Oh no, I thought he was getting countered. He's not. This guy is, though. So that'll help a little bit. Oh, I'm fatigued. Okay, well, that's unfortunate, but we can take care of that soon enough. Let's see. I'll take care of it after I take care of the Mantoids, so... let's see. I'm going to need to Glyph, so Crystallim is fine. It works okay. And Glyph this guy... And then you can fight, yeah, we'll fight this one. Or I'll miss the Slithar, that's unfortunate. Maybe fatigue affects that. I kind of figured Vice had that handled, so that's why I didn't attack with him, but... Oh well. Yeah, that works pretty good. It's not the best, but it'll work. Terrible bite. This is gonna suck. Please don't digest me. Ow. Alright, skip this. And didn't quite kill. Okay, it didn't petrify either, which is, I mean, unfortunate, but we'll take care of him. Oh, good counter, Vice. That'll work. Yeah, these guys are done after this, so... I have a few extra Sacrum Crystals, right? Yeah, so let's just use one. And then we will use some Pyrus, sure. We will I'll use Crystallim. I think I have, yeah, enough to do that on that guy. And then you can just attack him. Because this guy's dead from the Pyrus, so... And knowing my luck, now Aka's gonna get a slow roll on her speed. But, hey, whatever. It's fine. Just top everybody off. Actually, this might be a good opportunity to Epsilon Mirror as well. Since Aka's probably got a little bit of MP missing at this point. Yeah, since the guy's stoned, we might as well, you know. If this one lives long enough. Yep, he's living. Okay, there goes the stone. That's fine. Because we'll just knock him out after this. And I can't Epsilon Mirror, unfortunately. But I can. Well, I can use a Curia Crystal because the fatigue isn't going away. We can guard, and we can Lunar Glyph him again. Actually, no, that'll kill him, so let's just attack since that's the case. We'll Epsilon Mirror in like the next fight or something. This wasn't exactly a good battle to do it because I had a lot of stuff going on. So, we'll do it next time. Alright, Vice is level 32, that's good too. Get a little extra power. And Fina's well on her way to that yellow stuff. So, to that drill nose. Alright, we got in the water without getting into another encounter, good. Where's that auto button Atlas loves, yeah. I mean, it would be nice. It's not strictly necessary, but it would be nice. So, aha, there is another passage. I thought so. I was like, wait a minute, I'm pretty sure you don't come back to this section of the dungeon, so... It's a good thing I looked. Hell, you could practically see it on the map. There was a little passage underneath that the map revealed, so... Let's go take a look around. I think we're done with that section. The camera's getting stuck on all these, excuse me, stalagmites. So... Alright. And up here should be this chest. Yep, what's in the chest? Zivelin Bane! So I guess we're going to switch over to all purple now. Probably going to want to use Justice Shield every turn as well. So, let's see. Swap over to purple. I could Cutlass Fury right away. Nah, but I wouldn't be able to Justice Shield if I did that. So I guess just attack for now. And then... let's see. I can do 2 Crystallis and still get enough for Justice Shield, so let's do that. It probably won't do a whole ton of damage, but it's not terrible amounts, so... Skipping that. Again, too loud! Boy, he's got quite a bit of HP now, doesn't he? Gonna have to bust out the, Gonna have to bust out that there Pirate's Wrath for this one, maybe. We'll see. I kind of want to save it for the boss of the area, but hey, I might make an exception to it. We'll see in a moment. I mean, we're doing okay damage. It's not great, but it's enough. Yeah, this is why we wanted the Justice Shield right here. Because, yep, blocks it. And I mean, still, that did 840, 810, 840 damage, so that's still... That's nothing to scoff at, that's for sure. We still don't have enough if I do this. I should have just focused last turn. That's unfortunate. So I guess just attack, and then... why don't you toss a Sacrum Crystal, actually? And while we're waiting for that, why don't you just toss a Magic Dew at Aka, because it's easier than trying to get off a, whatchamacallit in this fight. An Epsilon Mirror. Ooh, skip! No! I didn't hit it in time. My bad. I was scratching my ear. Okay, now ideally he'll go first before Aka, gets that off, so we can just heal all the damage off.
Let's try this.
Just imagine you not having that diving suit. Yeah, this dungeon would not go so well if we didn't, because Aka can't swim, so that's not good.
Let's try this.
Imagine having to backtrack from story. So does he just keep wormholing everywhere? Where the fuck does he come from? Well, we find out later where he comes from, but I don't think it's via wormholes. There's something else going on with him. We'll talk about it later. So, but yeah, having to backtrack from story is that's a yikes from me, Chief. I might be able to lunar glyph him though, but I think he's pretty well resistant to most statuses, so it's worth a shot, I guess. But yeah, as to where the fuck he comes from, we'll get there. Don't worry. I should equip the Warrior's Heart for this fight, actually. Because that'll probably do a little better. Yeah, definitely do better, because we need to do a bit of damage to him. So, yeah, didn't think it was going to work. That's okay, though. Bonk him with the pan. There you go. Hey, Raka, how's it going? Welcome back. 3, 2, 1, till you fire away. Your engines are revving and you're ready to play. I appreciate the rhyme. How you doing? Welcome back. We're screwing around. Sorry, I had to come up with a rhyme on the spot there. In Mount Kazai, we're fighting Zivelin Bane because he's a thorn in my side, as always. And to avoid having problems, we have to keep using Justice Shield for his burst attack. You doubt Enrique is sticking around. How do we lose him as a party member? Oh, we'll see. We'll see eventually. You serenaded all of us. Be honored or something. Yes, thank you for the rhyme. I appreciate it. I did my best to give you a counter rhyme. Okay, he's almost dead. Just another Cutlass Fury or something, and we should be okay. I might do a Crystallis just to, like, ensure that he dies. So, like, alongside a Justice Shield. Yeah, Aka can do it. That's fine. And then you guard, and then you do that. And off he should go. I rhyming into side. Is that one of those slant rhymes? Maybe. It is possible. I'm not very good at poetry, in case that wasn't immediately obvious. My capacity... Oh, he's guarding. Okay, well, one more turn, I guess. My capacity for the English language mostly revolves around prose rather than poetry. I was never very good with poetry, so... Yeah. It's not that I couldn't do it on the spot, it's just not something that I prefer. So... Better than you? Oh, not by much, I don't think. Not by much. My poetry abilities are... Well, 5,000 gold from that fight. That's not bad. And we're well on our way to Crystalline, so... We get a Mage's Seat. That'll get Fina some extra MP. And in the chest is a Windsong Orb, which will sell for a decent chunk of money, so... That's cool. Aika, why don't you... Actually, this puts us in a good spot for Epsilon Mirror, because now she's almost got 7 out of 17, so... That'll actually work out. Let's see here. Oh, there's the Mage's Seed. I don't know why it gets stuck so early in your inventory when a lot of the other stuff is sorted by when you got it, so... Maybe it's just sorted by, like, when you bought it. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, Fina, here you go. It doesn't really matter who you give it to. You could give it to Fina, you could give it to Aika. One or the other. It doesn't really matter too much. I just figure Fina's the most likely of all of us to be casting anything other than Aika, but she has a mana battery skill, so she really doesn't need MP so much as we just need to get enough SP to where she can use Epsilon Mirror at the beginning of each turn, so... Alright, looks like there's nothing else here, so now let's head out. We already got the switch. So we can head back to the beginning of the dungeon and we can go find... I think the Moonfish is coming up in a couple of minutes, and then after that is the... I think the Cham is, like, really close to the end of the dungeon, if I remember right. So, we'll see in just a few moments. Your villainous name isn't nearly as lame as Bane. Your villain handle is Jin Lasser. Being a villain is great. That's a pretty good villain name, though. I like it. Being a villain's great. Like, the studios give you loot and free levels and crap, and then you just have to wait in an arena for the heroes to show up. Super cushy job, true. Yeah, as long as you don't die, but, I mean, I suppose if it's a video game that, you know, technically speaking, you wouldn't die. You'd just be your code would be changed around. Where is the Cham in here, anyway? After the 4-passage room south of the fork. That's... cryptic. Alright, well. I don't know, but I guess we'll find it. This looks like the 4-passage room to me, but after the 4-passage room implies after we get all the water going, which we did, so... Let's stick our toes in it and see where this takes us, shall we? Health insurance is amazing for video games, yeah, because you get healed up after every fight if you're a villain. Up, down we go. All the way to the bottom. That's okay, though. The fact that bubbles come out of the helmet while you're submerged is worrying. What, do you think only the heroes get save points? Nah, apparently the villains get them too, because they get full heals after all that. I think the bubbles are I think there's like a little, like you see the little thing popping out of the top of the helmet there, so apparently the bubbles are supposed to come out. That's probably where all the carbon dioxide goes. If carbon dioxide exists in Skies of Arcadia land. I would imagine it does, because otherwise what are those bubbles, you know? So, what do you suppose is up there? Maybe we'll come around to that eventually if we go this way. I just wanted to fill the map out, because you know me. That's just a barrel. It literally is just Final Fantasy 1, yeah. Where you go all the way to the bottom of the sea in a barrel. That game had something. It was on something. Oh, actually, no, I know where the Moonfish is. I just still don't know where the Cham is. It's probably soon after this, but the Moonfish is up here. Just gotta jump on this very rigid rope and take it up top. So that's where we'll go. That's the Oxale or whatever the breathable... Yeah, I think that's right. It's like the Oxyale or something, yeah. I probably mispronounce it, but... There he is. I think if you take this path, this elevator here, it'll take you back down towards the entrance, but, well, I don't want to go there, so... I already know where everything is under there, so I'll just go this way instead, to new and distant horizons. I hope we get done with the area soon, because I'd like to fight the boss today, because usually what ends up happening is we end up saving, like, right before a boss fight. Oh, here's the jam. So, I'd rather not do that today. I'd rather actually fight the boss so that we can say, yeah, we did something cool at the end of the fight, or at the end of the stream. But, now you know. Then again, doing that might be problematic too, because we might, like, trigger a new cutscene or something. Like, it might take us back to the... whatchamacallit. Oh, actually, hang on. I don't want to go here yet. You might have seen on the wall there's a certain something waiting for me in that room. But we'll get there in a sec. Let me go take the Northway passage first. Okay, so, Mantoid. Let's see. I mean, I'm okay with just attacking it, honestly. I mean, it's probably going to counterattack us, but I'm okay with just attacking. And then let's do a Pyrrhus, and we'll do another Pyrrhus. And hope that the Slithars aren't guarding.
Move! Give me strength!
You're like 3 chams away from the upgrade to Cupel. I can look, actually. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, actually, from the upgrade. So, oh, he's guarding. Okay. That's fine. Means he's not doing terrible bite or giving me fatigue. I don't think counterattacks can trigger the status effects that the enemies can do with their regular attacks, so... yeah, that helps. Excuse me. I'm thinking we do a Cutlass Fury and a Lunar Glyph next turn. Because, yeah, we actually have exactly enough SP to do both of those things, so... why don't we let everybody else just guard so I don't get counterattacked? There we go. See? Almost got him. I probably could have gotten him if I hadn't, like, said, oh, I'll just have everybody else go. Oh, no, never mind. She got him. Good job, Fina. Damn it, Vice. Stop getting countered. He's just letting it happen, apparently. Oh, yeah, I should probably switch back to yellow so Fina can finish up Drill Nose. So, I'll do it in a minute. Let me just go back this way without even turning the camera. Now I will. This is probably just another dead end, though. Oh, there's a treasure chest in here. Alright, well, I'm glad I came over here for it, then. Another Moonberry. This is where we're normally going to get our second one, so we could get Lunar Cleansing for Fina, but, well, I got an extra one from one of the fights that we did, so didn't have to. Kind of wish there was a save point around here, especially before this next fight, but, well, what can you do, right? I know what I can do. I can fill out the room. What are you guys up to? Is this just the encounter for the room, or is this a normal encounter? Let's see. This is just a normal encounter. Okay. Well, I thought that was the encounter for the room. There's a forced encounter in this room, in case it wasn't immediately obvious. Oh yeah, hang on. Let me switch back to yellow. I'll do it on everybody. It's fine. Even though Enrique's done with his yellow spells forever because he's from Valua, so he don't have to work on them anymore.
Move! Give me strength!
Imagine putting your early game stat boosters into Drachma. Wouldn't be me. Totally would be you on a blind run. I mean, it's okay to give Drachma, like, power-up stuff, because then he'd counter harder and, you know, all of that stuff, but I don't know. I usually save the power-up stuff for our main 3 characters, because they'll always be here, basically. Like, once you get Fina back from Valua in the beginning of the game, all 3 of them will always be in the party, so... yeah, usually I just let the 4th characters kind of stand on their own. Let them do their own thing with whatever they've got. Because they all kind of have very specific things that they do. Like, Drachma's really tanky and can Spirit Charge, which puts him in a guard, so he's really tanky because of that. Enrique has Justice Shield to keep him very defensive, and then Gilder's got Aura of Denial, which lets him block status effects, which is actually kind of nice, because then you don't have to really prioritize using stuff like status protection gear. You can just have Gilder do it, but, you know. This is why Vice was never added to Killer Instinct. Yeah. because he didn't really learn how to prevent himself from getting counterattacked. Would have worked a little better for him if he did. So, what happened to eventually using Epsilon Mirror? Yeah, I still haven't done that, have I? I should probably do that. I could probably do it in this boss fight. There's a mini boss here. These Alice spheres. So we'll fight them. You made an AMV to this game ages ago. You really liked it. Sorry, talk about yourself entirely too much. No, it's okay, Raka. That's no big deal. I feel fine with you talking about yourself, so don't worry about it. I haven't watched an AMV in the longest time, though, thinking about that. So I've thought about making AMVs for games, mostly back when I did early stuff for YouTube, but yeah, just haven't really done too much with it. Recently. I'm gonna Glyph of Might Vice. I don't know if it's a good idea, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So I might get it off before Vice Cutlass Furies and almost kills these guys. Nice.
Let's try this.
Thank you, random turn order. Yeah, don't worry about it, Raka. You're good. Alright, let's see how this does. Oh, nice. Almost got him. Maybe I'll get him on a counter? Yes, I will! Gotcha. Goodbye. These things really are rock golems, aren't they? They don't move much. Oh, I got stoned. Well, that sucks. It especially sucks for Vice, because in Vice's case there, him getting stoned actually erases the incrum that we had on him, so that's a little unfortunate, but hey, what can you do, right? You neither not since high school? Yeah, for AMVs, yeah, I haven't really seen a whole lot. I guess I can Crystal him. I'm going to try Lunar Cleansing Vice, and then I guess I'll just attack for now. Because next turn we should get enough to Cutlass Fury again. And we should be able to take him out there.
Purify our souls.
Incidentally, Lunar Cleansing and Lunar Blessing both have increased priority. I didn't know this, but they do, so yeah. It actually works better than a Curia Crystal in some cases, because you can, well, erase the status at the beginning of the turn. And then you can get counterattacks and all that other good stuff, so it's not bad. Works pretty good. As you can see. Alright, what do you got? Counter. Ow. These things are fancy. And no counter for me, but we're stoned again! Great. Second verse, same as the first, apparently. Fina, yeah, just do a Lunar Cleansing, that's fine. And then, yep, do that. And unless we get low damage rolls, we should be able to take him out this turn, so we'll see. You used to make them when you finished the game you really liked, but they were so much work and you're lazy. Oh my god, I feel that so hard. Yeah, that's probably one of the main reasons why I didn't really make a lot of high editing videos, because they just take a lot of time to do and effort, and I'm a lazy sack of shit, so I get that. Oh boy.
That was fun.
It's just one of those things, you know, it's tough, especially since it's like, I could do this, and this is one of the things, because streaming for me became much easier to do for me than actually making regular old YouTube videos, because of the fact that it was so much more work to like edit everything together and then upload it, and it would take like 8 hours to upload, and it's like, okay, this isn't really working for me. This is an interesting room. I think if I remember right, you have to hit this and then hit another switch, because this will like lower the water level, and then it'll take us to another switch to get us further in this area. Let's see. Second, didn't know we were going back to the time of the Animaniacs. Yeah, that was quite a while ago, wasn't it? Oh well. What's over here? Oh, it's just like a big circular, not circular, square room. Alright. That's cool. We'll just take a look. We'll fill out the map a little bit, and then we'll hit that switch there. Oh, nothing that way. You think you made one for Arcadia, Tales of Vesperia, Tales of Xillia, Persona 5, and Xenoblade Chronicles, you have to think. Oh, nice. That's cool. I mean, it's nice because you can kind of, like, show, hey, these are the games that I really enjoyed, and I think everybody else would enjoy them too, and that's why I put so much effort into them, you know? So, it makes sense. It's just, yeah, like I said, for me, it's like, I don't know. I need to get more energy to do that stuff, and apparently I don't have enough of it. So, all right, let's switch too far. Let's switch back to yellow so we can finish off Drill Nose real quick. And let's see. Let's just check the Krill Beast, I guess. And we'll do Crystallis for the Slithars. And I should probably actually Delta Shield. So you do... you do Pyram, actually, because that should kill the Slithars, despite not being, whatchamacallit, despite them being red element, so they resist this. So... Counter? Damn it. The counter would have been nice. Was not to be. When will they finally part Xenoblade X? You didn't have a Wii U. Oh, you mean like re-release it for a new console? I don't know. You did, because you're a spoiled brat. I don't remember if we ever got a Wii U. I think we upgraded straight... Well, I didn't upgrade straight from the Wii to the Switch. Cole got a Switch. So it's his, not ours. But... Well, I've still got our Nintendo Wii. It, for some godforsaken reason, is still working, because that's what I'm playing this on, but I gotta knock on wood, because it's been showing some signs of age lately. You've probably seen it if you have been here for when I started a stream on the Wii menu, because the timer, the clock on the Wii, has been like... Excuse me, it's been getting like seconds ahead of itself. And minutes. There was one point where I reset it before I played Skies of Arcadia, but back when we played Paper Mario, before I switched over to the PS4 for God of War, when I played Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, it was like 17 minutes or something ahead of itself, and it's like, okay, wait, no, that means the internal clock is dying, which is not good, because that's usually the first sign of bad things to come, so... Yeah, where does this take me, then? Does this take me back down? I think I want to go this way, actually. This place is confusing me. Well, we're going to find out in a second where this goes to. Okay, so... Okay, I think I see it. I gotta raise this water level. And there might be one other switch. Oh, okay, it raises it. Does it raise it all the way up so I can get through that door? Yeah, it sure does. Okay. I don't know where the other door would have gone, but I don't think it would have gotten us further in the dungeon, if I remember right, so... whatever. This is where we need to go, and I'm pretty sure we got all the chests in here. I think there's only a couple, so... See if we can find a save point while we're at it. Alright, where's this take me? Watch this be another Dark Rift situation where it just takes me back to the entrance. Oh, I see. So if we would have gone through the door below, we probably would have seen this area, but we wouldn't have been able to get to it, right? Let's see. Turn the camera a little so I can see it. Oh, okay. Well, then I don't know why we went up, but well, whatever. Maybe because the water level was in this room or something, and we had to, like, lower it and raise it in the other room. Like, there's a dam or something, a dam release that we were doing. I don't know. Let's see. You got to switch and have how many games? Brilliant Diamond, One Way Heroics Plus, Monster Hunter Rise. I think that's it. Sorry, Gen Ultimate, you don't have Rise. That's okay. But still, I mean, that's 3 good games that you've got for the console, so there you go. You basically just play games on your PC, very few console games for you. Yeah, I'm starting to move more in that direction, Raka. A lot of the stuff that I get from my consoles, I've had, basically, and I've been playing more games on the PC more recently than I have with consoles, so... Oh, I never did use Epsilon Mirror. Whoops. Oh, no, actually, there's a good opportunity for me to do that in the next boss fight, actually. So we're going to do this real quick. There we go. And we will actually Epsilon Mirror in a boss fight. I know, what the hell? Why would you Epsilon Mirror in a boss fight? That doesn't make any sense. You will see what I mean in a moment, because even though we're at the save point, I'm actually going to go fight this boss, because I have absolutely no... I don't even know what word I'm looking for. I'm doing this with reckless abandon, that's the point. So, let's do it. You just plain don't have many games in general, maybe 60 total. I mean, that's still not bad. That's, you know, gives you quite a bit of variety to choose from, I think, so. Then again, I'm saying that, and here I am with like 100 and something more projects that I want to do for the stream in total, so I don't know if I'm exactly the best person to talk to about that. Do I have the right equipment on? Let me see here. Ducat's tunics for everybody should be good. Oh, I've still got the white map on, okay. Oh, well, we can switch that for the ancient bracer now. I was wondering why I was missing a little bit. I mean, I guess it's fine against the, whatchamacallits, the Go Loopers, but... Alright, Warrior's Heart for you. You can keep the Jade Swirl Ring, that's fine, and you can keep the Constitution Gem. Did I get the Blade of Slumber for you? No, I didn't. That's fine. You don't really need it. I don't have him attack that much, so... Alright. I think we're all ahead full. Let's do this. Alright, where's the boss? Gotta be here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Causing an earthquake. I was gonna say, Gizmaluke, is that you? But no, you look significantly more like a turtle than a dragon, so... By the way, keep in mind that this is a turtle for later, because it's actually a reference to something that I did not catch until, like, 2 episodes ago when I was thinking about it, so... It's a big old rock turtle. Alright, sure. Well, let's see what he's got. We've got Tortigar. Oh, by the way, I didn't show this before, but you can actually move the camera while you're targeting enemies too. Like, you can move it up and down and stuff, so you can get cool camera angles and poses like this. So yeah, just in case you were looking to do that. So you can move it here, but you can also move it there. So you like recklessness. Good, you came to the right place. The fact that the save animation features a memory card is cool AF. Yeah, it's cool. It you know, definitely adds to the mystique. Your to-play log is permanently 30 games long. Every time you start a game, you immediately add another log. I get that, believe me. Yours is about 10 games long, you're a mess. No, it's fine, don't worry about it, I get you, because if you're a mess, then we're both a mess, it's fine. You're not moving from video games, but you have a ton of JRPGs that take 60 plus hours on your list. You'll still have to play the rest of the Brilliant Diamond post-game. Yeah, and that might take a little while, so... Okay, so Tortigar, first thing we want to do... I'm going to have one person stick on yellow so Fina can finish up Drillnos. But he's blue, right? Yeah, so I'll just keep working on Crystal, and purple works pretty good. So we'll just switch everybody else over to purple. We want to do a Glyph of Might, so we're going to do that. And you can start tossing around healing salves as well, I think. I think his main attack, really, he uses Wevlin, I think, and he has like a magical attack, Ice Storm, but it's not really something that's super substantial, so... I'm not too concerned about it. What I do want to concern myself with, though, is using Lunar Glyph on him, because he's one of a few bosses that's actually vulnerable to being petrified, and he's probably one of the only ones where I would actually consider doing that to him, because he's a little on the annoying side, as you'll see in a moment.
Let's try this.
Okay, well, whatever his gimmick is, he didn't do it this turn, but healing salves on everybody should work pretty good. Give Vice a Glyph of Might so he can blast him once we get this taken care of a little bit. And if we can Lunar Glyph him, that would be fantastic. It's a low chance, but it would still be fantastic because it would leave him vulnerable for several turns. Hi, Cole.
Look who's decided to fucking show up in person.
Yes, you did. I'm fighting a boss in Mount Kazai. It didn't
What part in
petrify.
the game are you at?
Blue Moon Crystal.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw a silver enemy and I got concerned.
No, we're not that far in yet. Okay, Wevlin, that's fine. This guy has a couple of annoying tactics, and you specifically don't want to do any damage to him at all outside of Lunar Glyph until after turn 3. I'll explain why in a minute, once we get to turn 3. Let's see here. You're good on JRPGs right now, you're actually on a WRPG kick at the moment. Oh, there you go. Yeah, just play something a little different. You need to help your sister be a contest star because she thinks contests are tedious and beneath her. Oh boy, she was dreading it. Pokemon contests, yeah. Replaying Dragon Age 3 and just started Shadowrun Returns. I have never heard of... I've heard of Shadowrun, but I've never heard of anything outside of the original, so it's interesting to hear that there was more of them. The Forgotten Relic of Hoenn and Sinnoh. Yes, there you go. So, yeah, this is my brother Cole Rocca. He's He lives next door, so he comes over occasionally and shit posts with me while we do stuff.
I used to come down and shit post a lot more, but then I decided I don't like living here anymore.
Fair enough. All right, so we want to get healing salves off. I'm going to Epsilon Mirror this turn, actually, because I can. The Lunar Glyph as well. And then let's get a healing salve on Vice as well, just so we've got it on everybody. He really is the only one that needs Incrum because he's probably going to be the only one doing any damage, so... Get that extra MP. That's good. Ah, here we go. So he will use Steel God! Steel Skin, which is essentially Epsilon Mirror. This is why he's annoying, because he can use that a couple of times in a row if he wants, and it blocks all damage that he'll take on that turn. So if you use an SP move, it completely wastes the SP. So, yeah.
So he's protect spammer.
He's the defense boss of the game. Thankfully, there's only one of him, but yeah. Yes, Steel Guard. It's even better than Steel Guard, actually. This isn't going to work, so I'm just going to skip that. It also blocks the status effect, so he won't petrify if he's Steel Skin. So, but yeah, from Final Fantasy 13, that one, yes. All right, now that that's the case, since we've got healing salves up on everybody, that should keep us alive for a while. I just want to have everybody focus, basically, except for Fina, who I actually want on yellow. There we go. And we want her to use Lunar Glyph until he petrifies. Other than that, everybody focus, and eventually we will get enough points to use Pirate's Wrath. But if we petrify him, that'll be great, because then he can't use Steel Skin while he's petrified, and we can just wail on him. He's got like 11,000 HP, so a few Pirate's Wraths should do.
Christ.
Yep, that much.
You really want to petrify this dude?
I do. This is even less of a chance of happening than the Death Hound that accompanies Piastol, but hey, if it works, then it'll put us in a good position. Alright, Wevlin? No. Turn 3. So turn 3, he will use Sacralen, which fully restores his HP. He can only use it once, but that's why you don't want to deal damage to him before turn 3, because anything you do, he'll just fully restore off. So, yeah, a little unfortunate. Alright, so we could Pirate's Wrath this turn, but knowing my luck, he's going to Steel Skin, so I might just Cutlass Fury. And focus.
You know, because you
Lunar
made the
Glyph,
decision to Cutlass Fury,
focus.
he's not going to Steel
Yes,
Skin, right?
yes, I'm aware. It's okay. See, there you go. Basically, if he hasn't used it, if he didn't use it on the last turn, you can probably expect that he'll use it on the next turn, so that's why I didn't want to use my high SP move.
Did he just fucking focus for 1 SP?
I think he got 2. I'm not 100% sure. I think Enrique has 2 SP at the moment, but I'm not sure. So,
Listen.
let's see. Okay, it is 2. Yep, there you go. So maybe this wasn't the best boss to choose to do at this point, because it's the one that's going to take a while because he just keeps defending. But hey, I can use Pirate's Wrath for the first time, so I'm okay with this. Alright, focus, and then Glyph, and then focus. Or should I wait to use... No, I probably shouldn't wait to use Pirate's Wrath, because if I keep waiting for Lunar Glyph to work, it's going to be forever, so...
Don't be a bitch, do it.
I'm doing it. I'm going to turn off chat so I can get a thumbnail. Show him what we got, Vice. And he didn't even Steel Skin this, so this should do good damage. God, I love the animation on that.
This game fascinates me because just... You start out the game, you're doing like 4 damage, 10, and then you hit him with like an ultimate move, and it's like fucking 3,000 damage.
Yeah. Hello, Cole, you are in Dragon Age 3, which means you take orders from me. Oh boy.
The only Dragon Age game I played was Inquisition.
Yeah.
And I didn't even play all the way through it. I'm much more of a fan of BioWare's Mass Effect stuff. Sci-fi stuff. I don't know why, I couldn't really get into Dragon Age Inquisition.
I mean,
I like
it's,
how the game looked, it's just... The game felt like harder Mass Effect.
I mean, it's different strokes, different strokes for different folks. Do I attack this turn? Because he's probably going to Steel Skin. I guess I Cutlass Fury, and then I'll probably throw a Sacrum Crystal. Oh, Let's let no, let's let Enrique do it, actually, because I think he gets less SP than Aika does. Keep trying to glyph, and, trying to think if I actually want to use a Sacrum Crystal. No, not really. I think we're good. Okay, you didn't steal skin, so we're going to get a little more damage off this turn.
Do it again.
Yes, do it again.
The whole thing with Inquisition.
Got him! Yeah! There we go. So that's all you really need. Once you get him stoned, the battle's basically over. You just got a Pirate's Wrath a couple of times, and that's it. So this is... Oh, it breaks after like 3 to 4 turns, so we've got plenty of time. This is my tip to all of you, though, because nobody knows that this guy can be petrified. There's very little resources on the internet that talk about his petrification, so that's my tip to all of you. If you're going to play this and you want to fight this guy, petrify him. It's so much simpler than trying to do it any other way, and then just focus with everybody, and the Warrior's Heart will take us, carry us away. So. And so will Pirate's Wrath, of course.
This game has balls. It gives you the Omni Slash, like, not like...
I mean, you can get Omni Slash on Disc 1 if you're really into the gold saucer stuff in Final Fantasy VII, but... Me personally, I never even got Omni Slash on my last playthrough of 7, though. It just never really tripped my trigger. What, 4,000 damage almost?
Just...
Yep. Tonk! So, yeah, I don't know. I just never got Omni Slash. Final Fantasy VII's limits are kind of wonky to me because you really don't need more than the level 1 limit breaks for most of the game. Like, I mean, some of the higher level ones are nice, but they're never really necessary, so... Plus, it kind of, to me, it makes more sense to have Cloud use Omni Slash only in the final battle because they give it to you for free there, so... Alright, Vice, put him away! I'm not skipping this, I'm sorry if everybody doesn't like that I'm spamming it, but... Get used to this. We're using this in like every boss fight after this. Not the next one, though.
How long this game really is. So you just say, oh, where are you in crystals? And I'm just like, yeah, that's certainly a crystal.
We're on stream number 12 now. I'm thinking we're going to go for like a total of 19. So we're over halfway, but yeah. Goodbye, Tortigar. The most defensive boss in this game has been put to his rights. Set in stone, if you will.
I made a really good pun a couple of days ago.
Oh, did you?
It was one of the players in one of my D&D sessions is playing as a bunny. I can't remember what the exact pun is. Give me a minute.
Hey, Bunui. Yeah, you take a minute. I gotta read chat, so. You didn't get it either. You're so bad at grinding. Oh, don't worry about it. It's fine. It just helps to have it for this fight, you know?
Oh, yeah, I remember it now.
Okay.
So all of my players decided that they were tired of doing all the spider-web intrigue in the Wednesday game. So they all just got high.
Oh, okay.
As did the bunny, because the snake person insists on being a goblin in their general direction and just being annoying. So the bunny got high, and I just said, with nobody hearing it, which almost made the pun better, man, you can certainly say Tamsin's hopped up on something.
Oh my god.
Nobody fucking heard it. It was great.
Oh, that's great. I feel like Vice wasn't supposed to get Wrath this early, but nothing was stopping you, so yeah, it's, the nothing stopping you part is very nice, because it just means, hey, you know, you can get it an attack that has a 7.5 times damage multiplier, where Cutlass Fury has a 2.5 times, and it makes things a lot easier. I'm gonna try not to abuse it, I'll try to use my powers for good, but no guarantees. Aika, you've got a bunch of MP, why don't you, Sacrum us real quick. Do I go back to the save point so I don't get into like a 10-minute cutscene or something?
You probably should.
I don't know. I kind of want to get the Blue Moon Crystal.
Go get the fucking...
You can grind for a lot of things, Rock. I don't know if you can see message history, but if you can, check the community tab on the server and search for Celebi. You'll see how crazy. You cannot. I think that's a mod thing. Oh, okay. Maybe I'll be able to check that, but... Marie can tell you about it. Marie did a bunch of soft resets for a shiny Celebi. I think it was somewhere in the 6,000 soft reset range. Something like that.
The fuck's a shiny Pokemon?
Yeah, really. That's how often I get them, too. Alright, we're gonna go get the Blue Moon Crystal because I'm sick and tired of ending right before the end of a dungeon. So... 6,461 resets in 50 hours and 22 minutes total. You can finish VC Crystal now. It's been 2 years. There you go. You saved the quote because everyone laughs at you. I mean, no, it's impressive, honestly. That's a lot of tenacity to have for that, so... I wouldn't be able to do it. Alright, let's take the blue crystal and go home.
You know full well it's not going to be that easy.
Awful side of the spectrum is boring, though. Yeah, we've said it before. We'll say it again. Embrace chaos. We using the secret handshake again?
Yes.
Yeah, let's get Fina in on the fun. Enrique, you can watch and then you can get in on the fun next time.
That episode of Dragon Ball Z.
No, not that. You know, no, it's fine. Just do what feels natural. There you go.
These three are so goddamn wholesome. It's so fucking unfair that this game didn't get a sequel.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate. Oh, good. They just kicked me right out here. Awesome. Well,
we saved the game.
Blueheim, I've acquired the Blue Moon Crystal. I hope you aren't going to get angry at me for taking it out of here, but it should be in good hands if we give it back to the Yafutomans. Hopefully the Valuans don't get any bright ideas about coming over here and taking it from them, because that would be obscene. Yeah, that. Well, we'll see just how wrong I am on the next episode of Skies of Arcadia Legends, the Stream Edition, which will be happening on Saturday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Your sister can't either, didn't want a shiny shaman. It's enough to her that she has a self-caught one. She did less than 30 resets and gave up. Nah, I'm in the same boat with her, honestly. I just don't have the patience for it.
Did you ever tell the stream the story of the shiny fucking Bidoof in this tutorial?
The Patrat? Yeah, the shiny Patrat in Pokemon Black and White 1, yeah.
Yeah.
The one that Professor Juniper got in the tutorial and I couldn't catch it, and then I never saw another shiny Pokemon in Gen 5 ever again. Yeah, I still get tilted about that.
I can hear it in your voice.
Anyway, before the pain overcomes me here, thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. And I'll see all of you on the next one, which will be on Saturday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Until then, everybody, take care and have a good one.
But
we are back up to almost 90,000 frickin' gold. This game's economy is ridiculous. I'm kind of glad, though, because, like I said before, we'll have something to spend it on. Just not yet. Probably not for another couple of streams. So
better you have it than all those crazy Valuans. They probably invested in some stupid gun in a warship.
I mean, that's probably true.